Hello, everyone, and welcome to anyone who came from Donovan's channel. So today I have Donovan finally on the podcast after watching him for many, many years.
Okay.
And yeah, I just want to say, oh my goodness.
No, you're good. That was on my side.
Okay. All right.
On my side. I had it playing. Listen, I'm a podcasting expert, man. I knew exactly what was up, so I just went ahead and shut it down over there. But we're all good. We're all good.
Awesome. So anyways, I just wanted to bring you on to talk about how we have this new epidemic. I'd say in the last maybe 10 years, it's really gotten bad where we have older women that are kind of brainwashing their daughters and other women that they should not have a family, that they should delay marriage, that they have all the time in the world, that money is God, and that's all that's going to make you happy in life.
Right. The bag.
Yeah, and you have forever to do everything you want.
Right. Yeah, this is simply not true. I think we all know and understand that that is not the case. One of the many axioms that we talk about in our community is that older men, we see ourselves in younger men, right? Older women see themselves as they see themselves as younger women. We see ourselves in younger men. That's why we try to coach them up. That's why we try to put them up on game. That's why we try to tell them, hey, like, this is my life experience. Don't make these mistakes based on what I'm telling you. Women, they fuck it up for everybody, man. And it's interesting because you will see all the time. You will see this a lot. Older women actually competing with their daughters for male attention. And at that point, that's all you need to know. Older, and it's, to me, Kat, it's a shame that older women, it's almost as though they're purposely leading younger women astray. These older women who are advising these younger women, you have all the time in the world to get married, go get the bag, go get a career, don't worry about a man, but they are fucking miserable. But the younger women are too dumb to understand that, okay, the woman giving me this advice, her life is an abject disaster, but you're still going to follow that advice? Now, one would say, well, why do younger women follow this advice? Well, because it's easy advice to follow. Good advice is always so much more difficult to follow than bad advice. Bad advice just tells you, bad advice is just looking for getting your bad decisions reaffirmed, right? When girlfriends are having problems with their boyfriends, they don't go to the couple that's been married for 40 some odd years and ask for advice. No, they go to their slutty girlfriends, or they go to their slutty wife girlfriends who are cheating on their husbands, and then they get bad advice. And so it's always very confusing as to why younger women don't realize that the women giving them the advice, giving them the life path and life choices that they take, they don't look at their life and say, well, if I take their advice, I'm going to end up like them. It's absolutely crazy. Makes no sense.
Yeah. Imagine telling a guy when you're poor, this is how you make money.
Yes. Right. Yeah. It makes them, and I tell guys this all the time. Actually, I tell women this all the time. They don't ever listen.
Yeah.
Why in the world would you take financial advice from a man at a homeless shelter, right? Mm-hmm. That makes about as much sense as taking fitness advice from a guy with my belly right now, right? You don't take fitness advice from a fat guy. You don't take financial advice from a guy who's homeless. So why would you take relationship advice from women who are consummately single? Why would you take advice from your single girlfriends who are in and out of relationships seemingly every other week than taking the advice of your married girlfriends who have long-standing relationships with their husbands? It's because the advice that's given to them by their slutty girlfriends is easy to follow. The advice given to them by married couples is very difficult to follow. That's why they never seek them out for counsel.
Yeah, it's a comforting lie. It makes them feel better about their poor decisions.
Yes.
And
yes, it does.
I think they do it on purpose. I think they do it on purpose to the women who are doing things right. It raises their value and it lowers the other women's value.
Yeah. So you're contending that older women are leading younger women astray on purpose?
I think a lot of it could be from jealousy.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I think there probably could be some validity to that particular statement. I know it happens with women of the same age. Like, we know that women of, similar age ranges, I know they give each other bad advice because they want to lower the value of other women to make themselves look better. I'd like to think that, it's weird. I don't, I tell guys all the time, men or women should never take relationship advice from women. Even women who are well-meaning, even women who are good intentioned, they don't give good advice. They just don't. Even when they don't mean to give bad advice, they're still giving bad advice. But what you're contending is that these older women who are advising younger women and their own daughters are doing it on purpose because they're jealous of them. That doesn't surprise me.
No, I'm not saying it's always conscious, but I do think that women do a lot of things out of jealousy, or there could be that reason, like, I couldn't make it work. Who the hell do you think you are to make it work?
Right. Well, I mean, I suppose that could be the dynamic. I don't know. It's hard to say. Like, the psychology of older women can be a little bit complicated. And I don't mean complicated as in what makes them attractive and what does not. Like, we already know what's going on with them, especially old hoes. But the fact, and again, I'll go back to what I said earlier. Older men like myself, I see myself in younger men. Older women see themselves as younger women. And so I think that does create not only really a level of jealousy, but it's almost like, I don't want to say, wow, I'd never really considered that older women purposely lead younger women astray. I'd never really considered that. But, well, let me ask you this. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm old as dirt.
How old are you?
Gen X. Yeah, I'm like 100.
I'm 47. Your turn.
Okay, I'm like your age.
Are you like my age, or are you my age?
Maybe like slightly older, but same thing.
So
I'm old.
Okay, so
I'm
you're
old
50?
as dirt. Like almost, not quite.
49?
Sure. Ish.
You're 48.
It doesn't matter. We don't have to guess these things on the internet.
The point is how do you advise younger women?
I advise them to stay away from the women who are miserable and who are not happily married, which apparently is radical and gets me into a lot of problems, a lot of trouble. I'm not a girl's girl,
Okay. How does I mean, I'm sure you have family. What does your family think about what you do?
They don't know. They have no idea.
What? Oh, wow. They have no idea. Wow. Do you think they're ever going to find out, or
they could care less?
Oh, really? Then why not tell them?
Because they don't care. They're like, oh, you're on the internet. Congrats. Have fun.
Wow. I don't know, man. I think if they found out that you were doing things over here, on this side of the internet, you know how that goes. Looks like, okay, never mind. I can't see your comments. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Sorry about that. Yeah, like, when when older women are advising younger women, I don't know. I think I can't imagine that an older woman would purposefully lead a younger woman astray. But again, you're telling me that older women are purposefully leading younger women, I guess, to the slaughter. And at this point, if they mean to do this, it's working, because younger women don't take relationships seriously at all.
Yeah, but you have to understand, women are always in competition with other women, no matter the age.
Of course.
They never age out, because at any point their husbands could die and they need to be back out there, right?
Well, that's the excuse they use to justify their behavior. But we know that 99.999 with a bar over a percentage of relationships are ended by women. And this includes the widows and all that good stuff. Men don't leave relationships unless they have a damn good reason. And 9 times out of 10, they still stick around. So yeah, women like to use this. Well, what if he dies, or what if he cheats, or what if he leaves, as an excuse to engage in behaviors that make them look and sound and act single.
Yeah, but even if the woman has the best intentions, she still knows anything could happen and she needs to go back out there. And those are her competitions. And the only way to compete is to devalue them. And then I see all these women online who are like, don't get married. It was the worst thing that happened, blah, blah, blah. Just live your life, have fun, and attacking anyone who says, well, I'm happy.
Right. And
I'm not allowed.
Well, I'm sure you probably get attacked. Well, tell me. Well, here's the thing. This is my first ever conversation with you. Tell me a little bit about yourself. How long have you been married? How did you guys meet, et cetera, et cetera?
Oh, like 20 years, whatever, together. I don't know, like a long time.
Okay.
Many. Huh?
You said many
years. Yes.
Okay. All right. And you guys have. So I'm assuming you guys have been married for what, 20 some odd years?
Yeah, something like that. Like a long time.
Okay. All right. You have any children or?
Yeah, we have kids.
Okay.
We're old. We're old. We got,
Okay. Well, my wife in the chat says she looks great for a fellow Gen Xer. So shout out to Dev.
Well, she looks great too. So.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, and that's a testament to you keep her happy. Happy women look great.
Yeah, they do. They do. Very happier women definitely look. They definitely look much better. Bitter women, bitter women can be hot, but you got to watch out for women like that.
Maybe hot on Instagram. I don't think in person.
There you go. Instagram hot. We love that. We love that. Let's see. King Life on my side of the chat. It's interesting. I'm seeing my chats along with your chats in your chat. So I don't have to have both up. Devin says the biggest lie is that housewives aren't intelligent and compatible. Every man wants a woman who can survive without him if something happens. That's interesting. That's very, 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 very interesting. What are your thoughts on the on every man wants a woman who can survive without him if something happens? What are your thoughts on that? I'd like to get your thoughts on that.
I can't speak for what a man thinks. That's kind of impossible. But if I were a man, I would want her to take care of my children and not die on the streets. So she has to have some level of intelligence to be able to take care of the family. Yeah,
that makes sense. So Roland Thorne says, don't think that is correct. Okay, well, I'd like to know why you don't think that is correct. King Life says bitter women get Botox and facial modifications. Yeah, your skin is literally flawless. So let's go off script here. Maybe. Why do you look like you're not a day over 35? Like if you're older, like I just turned 47 years old, right? And I mean, I don't look like I'm about to be 50, but you don't look anything like. You don't look anything like you don't look a day over 35. Like what's your secret?
I mean, okay, look, I don't have wrinkles because I do like facials and stuff. Like I studied that. So we do peels, blah, 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 whatever. But most of it is like, it's sagging a little bit. It happens.
Okay. All right. Well, King Life says makeup definitely. All right. Well, good stuff. Wait, never mind. I thought I had another. Anything Sports says so true. Griffin says, I thought she was 29. Yeah, she looks like she's in her late 20s. D. Anthony says facials pause. Oh boy.
What's pause?
Pause means that it's not supposed to be sexual because D. Anthony said facials.
No. Stop. No.
I mean, that's why I cleared it up. That's why I cleared it up. You know what I'm saying? Wow. I mean, look, I'm just letting you know what's in my chat. Just letting you know what's in my chat.
Wonderful.
Good stuff. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, just don't clip that, anybody.
Oh, no, don't worry about that. You ain't gonna. Oh, look, Dr. B84 said it's too late.
Darn.
What
are you gonna do?
Yeah, it is what it is. King Life says if she looks younger than she is, her husband doing a good job with the heavy lifting. Yeah, you don't really talk much about your husband, do you?
I don't. I'm like very superstitious.
Okay.
That if I say anything, people will attack him. You know what I mean?
Oh no, totally agree. Totally agree. Yeah, totally agree. Yeah, I mean, I get it all the time, man. I get trolled about Devin all the time. Actually, the guy who trolls me, there's a couple of guys who troll me about Devin. One is Anthony Johnson over at the 21 convention, and one is Brian, her ex-husband. I can only see my chat. He's probably not allowed in my chat. He's probably all in your chat. So just, be aware. If anybody's writing a bunch of paragraphs about this or that, that's probably him. So.
Wonderful. So yeah, it is fun to be on the internet and then you get trolls.
It is what it is. Oh, here we are. So somebody screen grab this. Roland Thorne Says not completely, Mr. Sharp. Just like men don't care if a woman has money, then so they expect to provide. It's not completely true because a good man will prepare the future. Give me a little bit more context, Roland. Tell me what I said that you disagree with so that I can know what you're talking about when you said there. So sorry about that.
Well,
go ahead.
So, let's see. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about is what you think about how women are raising men.
Yeah, like Rollo Tomasi says, women raise men as though they are defective girls. That's really the way women are not raising men. Okay. And this is why, how can I put this? If you have a weak or absentee father, then there is a high likelihood that you will end up a derelict criminal, maybe a switch hitter because you're confused about whether or not you like girls. And listen, I'm the perfect example of this. My father was very listen, I keep it real. My father was, and I love my father, I do. He's the reason, half of the reason I'm here. But he was weak. And he was there, but he wasn't, right? And then, of course, my mom and dad, my folks actually separated a couple times, which left us being raised by a single mother. So you combine that with, the divorce and, all of the other kind of stuff. And I'm an example. I grew up with a weak father and eventually a single mother. I'm a 4-time convicted felon and I've been arrested more than 30 times. Like that. And again, I'm not shifting the blame. I'm not saying that, my chaotic childhood, which wasn't really chaotic, it was just unstable, is the reason I made these bad decisions. No, that's not what I'm saying at all. I made these decisions free and independent of everybody else. I'm responsible for my actions. It is what it is. But it would be disingenuous of me to not acknowledge that my upbringing influenced me in some way, shape, or form. At the end of the day, I'm the one that squeezed the trigger and made the decision, right? But again, this just goes back to, and I talk about this all the time, men raised by single mothers or have weak or absentee fathers, 85% of the prison population raised by single mothers. And if I did not have the lawyer that I had in Vegas, I would probably be in prison with them. So it is what it is.
Yeah. So my theory is that women, single mothers, and women who are married to weak men, so weak fathers.
Yeah, weak, of course. Absolutely.
So that these women, they raise their daughters like men, to be men.
Raising their daughters to be like men. Well, yes. It's not like they're raising them. Let me back it up a little bit. Mm-hmm. You ask most women, are you a feminist? Most women would tell you no. But then you'll find out that most women have feminist traits and feminist beliefs, right? So women raise their daughters as daughters. They still want them to be girly, and I would assume that they want them to be girly and feminine and this and that and the other. But on the flip side, they tell their daughters it's okay to be promiscuous. It's okay to sleep around. Look what I did. I slept around and I'm promiscuous and I'm okay. Going back to the first topic, you don't need a man, et cetera, et cetera. And so women don't realize that when they're endorsing or condoning this type of behavior, they are in essence raising their girls to act like boys in a girl's body. And women who act like men in a girl's body, this is when we get triple-digit notch counts in a semester. It's crazy.
Okay, so what I'm thinking about is more like you have to pay your own way. There's no handouts. You have to become. They used to tell men you have to become. Like women was you have value just by being a woman because you're going to have kids and whatever. That's your value. Mm-hmm. And now they're telling women you have to become someone. You're nothing now.
Right. And that is absolutely false. Men, we have to build value, right? We have to build value because if we don't, we become weak. Women simply have to preserve it. Okay. Every female is born with everything she needs to get everything she needs. Okay. She's got 2 X chromosomes and she's a woman. Now, obviously, women who look like Leslie Jones notwithstanding, most women are going to be relatively attractive as long as they stay in shape, right? All women have to do in order to qualify for a man of value is just everything a woman has to do when she grows up is preventative. It's reactive, it's preventative. Men, we have to proactively build value. We have to learn to fight. We have to learn how to handle women. We have to learn how to be masculine. We have to learn how to change a tire, fix a flat, et cetera, et cetera. women don't have to, women don't have to learn any of this stuff. They have to learn, obviously they have to learn how to cook and clean, but that's trained into them by their mothers. Clearly that's not happening anymore. But outside of that, a woman doesn't have to do anything really extraordinary to preserve her value. And I've said this a million times. If a girl can make it to 18 years old without getting fat, without being addicted to cigarettes, without drinking, without getting any tattoos or piercings or anything like that, and a virgin, the world is her oyster. She literally has preserved her lottery ticket. When women are born, they're born with the lottery ticket, right? But what they end up doing is they end up spending their winnings on sleeping around with guys, right? When in actuality, they should keep their lottery winnings and consolidate on one guy. Because when a girl sleeps with one guy, she loses a little bit of her lottery winnings because she becomes just a little less attractive for relationships. And the more guys she sleeps with, the more men she lets enter into her body, the more of her lottery winnings she's giving away. And women, and so by the time they get to 30 years old, they think, okay, I've had my fun, I've had my hoe phase, it's time for me to settle down. And they look in their account and they're like, where are all my lottery winnings? Sweetheart, you spent your lottery winnings in your 20s. When you slept around with Dave, the unemployed garage band guitar player who may or may not have a felony in 3 different states for indecencies with a minor that may or may not be related to him, this is what's going to happen. And women, and again, these are the same women that are advising younger women who are just turning 18. No, go get the bad girl, sleep around, have your hoe face, hot girl summer. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. So, I never heard the hoe phase. I think that like I was too old for that. I didn't hear like have your hoe phase, whatever. It was always like you have to be beautiful, but you also have to provide like a man, act like a man at the office, be like a boss, babe, whatever. Like that was going on. It wasn't the be a hoe. That came the generation right after me.
Yeah. Right.
And that was so mind blowing because for me, it was like you would brag about all the high value, wealthy guys that you turned down. That was bragging rights.
Right.
And then the man was like all the hot young women that he, got to be with. That was his bragging rights.
Sure. Absolutely.
And it's just like they're trying to be men, but they're women. They're trying to be both men and women at the same time, which is polar opposite things.
And the funny thing is what women don't understand. Women don't really learn this lesson until much later in life. Sexual attraction is not symmetrical. The things that make us attractive to you are not the same things that make you attractive to us. A man who is good with women, a man who has experience sleeping around, that's attractive to a woman because she knows he can handle women. He's not going to be stupefied by my beauty. Me having sex with him is not going to send him into some crazy I love you phase. Whereas women who sleep around and sleep, they are highly, highly unattractive for relationships. Now, listen, we'll bang them out all day long. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, people say we don't love these hoes. No. We love hoes. We pass these hoes around all day, please believe. But they are highly unattractive for relationships. And going back to what you said about, and we're both Gen Xers, so we understand this very well. It used to be a flex. It used to be a flex for women to say, well, I turned down this guy and this guy and that guy. Now that flex is kind of fucking stupid because you turn down these high value guys. Now they're married with kids and they're McMansions. But women today like to flex and say, well, this high value guy wants to fuck me and this high value guy wants to fuck me. You see it all the time on Fresh and Fit. I have all kinds of options. I can get rings and dicks all I want to. Here's what they're not telling you. No, they can get rings and dicks. Here's what they're not telling you. The men who want the men who want to put a ring on it, they don't want those men. The men dicking them down are not going to commit. So it's not a flex to say, well, I fucked the guy on a yacht. Sweetheart, big fucking deal. All you had to do was be there and willing. Well, I can get marriage anytime I want. Yeah, from the men that you're not attracted to. Honestly, the only women who can really flex are women we know nothing about. Like we talk about high value women all the time. The only high value women out there, the only true housewives out there are the ones that we don't really hear about. The ones that don't have an online presence, And I think there's a lot of like Lauren Chen, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly a feminist, Listen, respect to her marriage. Mm-hmm. She's a feminist. She can call herself a trad. She can call herself a trad wife all she wants to, but all trad wives are attractive. All these trad wives, Tommy Lart, they're all the same. But they have feminist ideology. They have feminist thoughts and feminist patterns. That was obviously exposed by Pearl when they were on the Timcast a while back. So just because you say you're conservative and that you're this happy housewife does not necessarily mean that you are.
Yeah, and I get that. It's like, why are you out here? No boyfriend, no ring.
Yep.
A lot of these women, like, they're like can't claim to be conservatives, and they have their little platforms, and they tell other women to get married and have kids, but they got nothing going on. They're pushing 30, 35, 40.
Yep.
Still nothing.
Nope.
You shouldn't be worried about your career at the time. Your career, your whole focus should be find the best option you can as fast as possible. That's what I will tell my kids. Find the best option you can as fast as possible. Time's ticking. 18 to 25 is your highest value on the market. The best you can secure right there, that's the best you're ever going to secure. It's not going to get better.
Let me ask you something. If somebody asked you and actually knew who you were to speak to a group of 17 and 18-year-old high school senior females, what would you tell them?
I would say you have all the time in the world for a career. Your mind doesn't degrade as fast as other things.
Wow. That's actually pretty good. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I know women that they did the housewife thing in their 20s, and then they're 45. They're going to college. They're going to college. They're getting their dream. They're becoming doctors, whatever they want to do.
That's how to do it.
Why don't we do it that way? You can still be that. You just can't do it all at the same time.
You want to know why girls don't want to be... You want to know why girls don't prioritize being a housewife in their 20s?
Because scared?
Well, no, they're not scared. They still think they have time. The reason why they don't is because it's easy to be a hoe, right? And if there's one thing that I've learned about women being in this state, being in this community, is women rarely do the hard thing. And I've said this before. If you want to know if something is easy to do, all you have to do is look at the percentage of women who are doing it, right? Sleeping around is easy. That's why most people who sleep around are women. Most people walking around have 4-year degrees. Is there any shock that most people who have 4-year degrees are women? Right. Well, why? Because a 4-year degree is easy. But when you get into the post-secondary education, when you're in law school, when you're in medical school, all of a sudden now you get an inverse of the percentages dominated by men. Dude, in STEM fields, everything, that's because you actually have to use critical thinking skills rather than just memorizing. And so I think, pardon me. And so I think what men need to understand about a woman's true nature, a woman's, and this is not a flaw. You guys are programmed to do what is easier. But the thing is, and I'm trying to get my thoughts together, the thing is being feminine in today's world is very, very tough. It's easy to be a hoe, Kat. It's very, very hard nowadays to be a housewife because housewives are shamed. Being a hoe is, and here's another thing. Here's something else I've always said. No one is going to, I will never say that being a housewife is more exciting than being a hoe. Being a hoe is a hell of a lot more exciting than being a housewife. That, again, is why most women do it. And so the reason why women aren't prioritizing relationships and marriage in their 20s is because it's way too easy to be a hoe. We don't shame hoes anymore. And when we shame hoes, we get demonetized, deplatformed, and all that other kind of stuff. Rinse and repeat.
Yes. So, what do you think about... Sorry, I lost my train of thought. I'm not as prepared as you are with this type of stuff.
Well, there are two types of people in the world. There are people that get ready, and then there are people who stay ready.
Yeah. So, I don't know why I'm having a blank. What do you think about you cannot take all these prerequisites? You waste a lot more time. You need to get your college degree first. I don't think that's true at all. Why can't you just start college as soon as you're 45? It's not that big a deal. It's not that hard. In fact, I will say my mom, she actually started college when she was younger.
Okay.
Did not do very well.
Of course not.
Because she was young, trying to balance family and stuff like that. So she's like, stop that, stay at home. And then when she got older, like 45, whatever, she went to school, got straight A's. She had all the time to focus just on that. The kids are gone, blah, blah, blah. It's a lot more easier.
I think the reason why women don't do that is because they don't realize that if they don't go to college or pursue a career in their 20s, they don't realize that they can still do it later in life, right? And it's funny because the narrative in our society falsely it falsely depicts older women in the workforce as a liability. In other words, it's like our workforce is they're spreading this narrative to younger women that, hey, by the time you're in your 40s, you're no longer viable in the workplace. And so I think that also adds to it. So girls think, well, hell, if I'm ever going to have a career, it's got to be now, because when I'm 45 years old, no one is going to want to hire me. No one's going to want to hire a 48-year-old, recent college grad out of, at a community college. That's what they think.
It's not true. And all of it is propaganda. And I don't know why they're doing it, but it's very systematic.
Well, I can tell you exactly why they're doing it. It's the same reason why feminism had spread so far. It's because the more people you have in the workforce, the more people you have in the workforce, the more robust the economy can be. Women make 80% of all buying decisions in America. There's a reason for that. The only commercials that I see are for men are during football season. But and hell, even some of those commercials are designed for women. But that's why, Kat, you're seeing commercials now telling stories, getting emotional, because they know that the cheat code for women is to tug on their emotions. And because, again, we all know that women make 80% of all buying decisions in this economy. That's why commercials are tailored towards them.
Yeah. So I definitely think that, well, when I was growing up, my dad gave me a set of principles, right? Okay. That I need to live by. And the first one was don't be for sale, which is the complete opposite of what women are doing now. They're selling everything up front.
Hold on. They're not selling everything up front. They're renting everything up front. You see, when you sell yourself, you're getting the ring. But when you're renting, you're not getting the ring. But go ahead. Sorry about that.
Yeah. But he would tell me things like, if somebody offers to buy you something expensive, don't take it, because that's in exchange for
sex.
Yes. And it's like, if you want to maintain that, you cannot accept stuff like that. It's like, if you want that marriage, family, then you can get that.
There you go.
And it was just like old people wisdom that we used to have back in the day. And then now it's considered like weird. Like now it's the opposite. Like it's inverted, like get the bag.
Yes.
Get them to spend as much money on you as possible.
Yeah. Crazy.
And for me, it was like, get to know them. What are you talking about? Get their money.
Right.
Get to know them. What kind of parent are they going to be? What kind of husband are they going to be?
Right.
What's their future going to be like? How do they treat? Are they kind? Are they generous? Blah, 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 blah. Instead of get the money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Find out, like, what is this?
Yeah. They say get money and gifts from men, right? Here's the problem. There are a lot of, listen, it's well documented. Girls get high price gifts from men all the time. The problem is anything, when a man is not committed to you, but he is still spending money on you, he's giving you depreciating assets. He's giving, okay, so he got you a Birkin bag, depreciating asset. That thing's not going to be worth anything in 5-6 years. Maybe sell it on Mercari for $6, right? Even cars, that's a depreciating asset. Clothes, trips, none of that. Like when rich men spoil these women think that they're living this successful life, but they're not, because if a girl, let's say a girl is a sugar baby for 10 years, dude, 9 times out of 10, after she retires and gives her book to somebody else, she didn't have anything to show for it. The only real pros, Kat, to be honest with you, are escorts. Though these are the only women who actually have something to show for the fact that they were able to get money from rich men. But they're escorts, which means they're prostitutes, and prostitution means you get paid. So, and this is the difference between a whore and I don't know. I don't want to demonetize you. But this is the difference between a whore and a slut. A whore gets paid for sex. Sluts fuck for free. They fuck for free. That's why. Listen, whores and sluts, they're two different people. A lot of people use these terms interchangeably. Whores and sluts are not the same. Whores and sluts see sex very differently. Sluts use sex for validation. Whores use sex to get paid. There's a big difference between validation and actually getting paid. And even then, there are even still some escorts that still have nothing to show for being 10 years in the business. They just don't.
Yeah, women think it's a flex, or it means something about their value when men want to sleep with them. It actually doesn't mean anything.
No, because
when they want to marry you, that means something. That's the only thing that has value. Right. I want to marry you, not let's mess around, or even boyfriend, girlfriend. Like that's just like, let me waste your time. Women don't. And this goes back to what you're talking about. Women being raised like men. Women don't realize
women don't realize it, every woman knows they could fuck just about any guy they want to, right?
Smart ones.
Right. Most women would not have sex with most men, while most men would have sex with most women. So when a woman says, well, I can fuck this guy and that guy, yeah, you and every other bitch here, right? Show me your, like Kevin Samuels used to say, show me your ring finger. You want to flex? Show me your ring finger. Now, unfortunately, a lot of girls, yeah, they're showing us the ring finger, but you're 38 and you're married to someone you didn't really want to be married to. They still think that's a flex. It's crazy. I got a $50 super. Oh, I got a $2 super chat here from Ken Rose. I appreciate that. Got a $50 super chat from Dr. B84. Says, my aunt had 3 kids and got a master's in education. She raised them to adulthood, then went back to school to get a doctor of education degree in her 50s. That probably would not have happened if she did all that in her 20s. That's exactly right. That is exactly right. I saw somebody else in the chat. Somebody screen grabbed the chat. Somebody, and I forgot who it was. They disagreed with my assertion that women don't have to do anything to build themselves up. I stand corrected on that. You're actually right on that. Women do have to do things to make themselves attractive for long-term relationships. The caveat to that is that, well, there's no caveat to that, but the point is that men, we have to do a lot more to be viable for a long-term relationship with a woman of value than women do. Because learning to cook and clean, not that hard to do. I can cook and clean, and I'm a goddamn man, right? Okay, so learning to cook and clean and be feminine and all that stuff comes naturally to women. Not that that's not difficult. Not that that doesn't take some effort to achieve. I think what I should have said is that men, we have to do a lot more for a lot longer to be viable for long-term relationships with women who are worth the damn. So I stand corrected on that.
Okay. So, and what are your thoughts? Because I get a lot of shit for this. What are your thoughts on women dressing sexy when they're married with their husbands?
Oh, I'm 100% in favor of that. 100% in favor of that.
Thank
yeah.
You.
Yeah, dude. When Devin and I go out, dude, I'm talking, dude, short skirt, boot, or dude, her tits are out, the heels and the hoops and all that. Yeah. I have no problem. I have no problem with women. I mean, and look, man, look, dude, like I'm a nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I like white girls. I like white girls to look like white girls. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking the big hoops, the sundress, the wedge heels, all that good stuff. But and here's the thing. A lot of people say, well, wait a minute. Does Donovan not allow his woman to go out dressed up? Devin's a grown ass woman. She can do anything she wants to do. If she wants to go out looking like a hoe, she can go out looking like a hoe. But when she gets back, the lot's going to be changed and she's going to have to find her way and she's going to have to find herself another place. That's how that goes. Gentlemen, if you don't hear anything I say now, hear this. You cannot control a woman, okay? Nor should you seek to control a woman. You're not her father. You cannot and will not tell her what she can or cannot do. You can, however, influence a woman's behavior by your reactions, okay? This is how you influence her behavior. And if a woman likes you enough, if a woman loves you enough, she will allow your influence to dictate her actions. If she doesn't, she won't.
Yeah, I mean, I think women can do that too. If they want to have boundaries in a relationship.
Explain boundaries.
Okay, let's say when I first got with my husband, he went to hang out with an ex-girlfriend alone, like 2, 3 in the morning. And I texted him like, look, we just started going out. You could do whatever you want. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but this is not the type of relationship that I want where I have to worry about where you're at 2, 3 in the morning. And then he had to make the choice. I didn't say you have to do this. I said, make the choice. And it's the same thing that guys can do with their girls. Have boundaries, have standards for yourself, set the expectation.
You're right. Let me ask you this. How did you know that he was going to hang out with?
He told me.
Why would he tell you I'm going to hang out with my ex-girlfriend at 2 in the morning?
I think it was one of those like power things. Like I could do whatever I want. Like I'm still single type of thing. Because we just started.
And so did he come home and you told him that this was not the type of relationship that you wanted to be in?
No, I told him that on the phone while he was with her.
And what did he do? What was his response?
He's like, oh, okay, let me think about that. And then he's like, yeah, I guess I'd rather have a relationship with you than be able to do whatever I want with other women. You're right. Okay. And then he was like, okay, because he just never had to make that choice before.
Okay. Yeah. Here's where, and due respect, I mean, I want to respect your marriage, but the difference between a man who loves you or in your, well, I don't know. You guys had just started dating. So how far along were you guys in your relationship? Were you guys thinking about marriage or was it
a couple months?
Okay. Okay. And so you realize that you really liked him. Otherwise, you would not have. And listen, kudos to you. You're not supposed to be okay with him going and seeing his ex-girlfriend at 2:00 in the morning. You're not supposed to, right?
Yeah.
Because if you don't care, then that's clearly a problem. Yeah. But let me let you in on a little secret. The difference between a man who loves you and a man who doesn't quite love you, a man who loves you will never, ever, ever allow himself to be caught with extracurricular activities, right? And I'm not saying that your soon to be at that point husband didn't like you. He was just sloppy. And I think what he was trying to do is it almost sounds like he was trying to halfway impress you that his ex-girlfriend was willing to hang out with him, even though she knew that he was talking to you. I mean, you called this man on the phone. He was at this girl's house. What was her response?
I have no idea. No idea.
So did he come home after you called him?
No. It was just like it was his home. She went to his home. We did not live together.
Okay.
Just a few months dating.
Okay. All right. Just a few months.
Never heard anything of her again. It was just, I think he was just trying to be like not in a relationship. He was just like, I don't know if I want to commit to one girl.
I think he was trying to let you know that he had options. And
yeah, we already know he had options.
That's okay. All right. So he never saw her again that you know of.
No.
Okay. If I had been the guy you were dating back then and you had, well, I'm going to put this in two scenarios. If I were the guy that you had been dating that you really liked, number one, I would never have told you, hey, my ex-girlfriend is coming to my house, because I would go to her place, right? Again, I want to make sure that if I'm dating a girl who I think is potential marriage material, I'm going to make sure she's not finding out I'm fucking other chicks. That's just how I'm going to do it. But let's just say a temporary slip in my presentation to you. Hey, by the way, Kat, I've got a girl coming over, and she's coming over at 2-3 in the morning. Had you called me and said, this is not the type of relationship I want to be in, me personally, I would have been like, okay, well, I mean, listen, it's been nice knowing you. Because here's the thing, a lot of girls in this community, a lot of girls who come in and they linger, they lurk, they ask very good questions. And they're very genuine. They really want to know the information because they really want to know how a man thinks. They always ask the same question. Donovan, you tell us, don't sleep with the guy on the first date. Make him wait for sex. Make him wait for sex. But Donovan, what if he's sleeping with other girls? What if he's sleeping with what if he's sleeping with other girls? Like, I don't want to be with a guy who sleeps with other girls. Okay, well, if he's sleeping with other girls and he's allowing you to find out about it, I got news for you. He's not ready for a relationship, right? You ever heard of a scenario? You ever had a girlfriend or just knew of a girl who has this amazing, like, I'm dating this amazing guy, 6'3", ripped, rich, underwear model looks. He's about his shit. He's got money, blah, blah, blah. And he just seems perfect. He's faithful. He tells me he wants to marry me, blah, 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 blah. You don't think that dude is fucking other chicks on the side? Of course he is. But this is why you know he really likes you, because you have no idea he's fucking chicks on the side. That's part of building it. That's part of playing into a woman's fantasies, if you will. So what I tell her is this, is a lot of women come to us and say, well, I feel pressure to sleep with him, because if I don't sleep with him, then he's not gonna want to be with me anymore. And I tell him this: if you're dating a guy and you're not having sex with him, and you're afraid that if you don't have sex with him, he's going to leave you, then you already know he's not ready for a relationship. Because a man of value, a man who understands that a woman of value who likes him, he's going to do his level best to make sure she doesn't even sniff that stuff. He's going to make sure she doesn't find out. So if a guy you like and can see yourself marrying, if he is allowing you to find out that he's got extra girls on the side, he's probably not ready for a relationship. And if he says he's ready for a relationship, he's lying, because he's letting you find out about it.
No, he definitely was not at the time. And I knew he was doing stuff, but we were not doing stuff. So it was early on. We were just getting to know each other. Anyways, it was just a boundaries thing.
Like, I mean, look, 2 months into a relationship, if a girl calls me and says, hey, look, this is not the kind of relationship I want to be in. And listen, me and your husband are different. I'd have been like, look, I mean, I hate it for you. I really like you, but it's been fun. That's what I'd have done.
Okay. Well, I mean, everybody's different. Yeah. It worked out for me.
Yeah. Well, very good. Yeah. It definitely worked out for you. Yeah, definitely. Oh, here's a question from Devin. She says, what's it worth to you? What's it worth to you is the question you have to ask. Was he taking the relationship commitment temperature? Do you think that that's what he was doing? Do you think he was taking the temperature?
I think he was trying to, like, shit test me, like somebody says. I think it was a shit test. Like, let's see how she reacts to this. Let's see what I can get away with. How is she going to act? Is she going to go crazy like the other girls that he was like very traumatized from? Because some girls would just go crazy, start stalking him, start slashing his tires, like crazy girls.
Sure.
So he's like, let's see what she does.
No, I think he had his ex-girlfriend over at his house because he wanted to fuck her, but he decided that he would rather be with you than fuck. Listen, Kat, guys don't shit test women. That's not what we do. We don't do shit. Women, see, this is one of the many differences between men and women. Girls will give you the impression that they're doing or trying something just to see your reaction. Guys do shit because we want to. Guys don't hang out with their ex-girlfriend at his house at 2 o'clock. And you know what? I'm just going to call her over here just to see what she does. I don't know. It's 10 o'clock at night. She still hasn't called. Oh, there she is. Yep. Okay. Right away, man. All right. Miss ex-girlfriend, listen, I appreciate your services here. Your services are no longer needed. The girl that I'm dating reacted in the right way. Now I know I can marry her. Said no man ever. We do not shit test. Women shit test. That's not what we do. Guys, you can't shit test a woman. It's impossible.
I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. That's what he said it was. Well, let's see.
He lied. Look, and it is. Look, it is.
He tried to see if he could have his cake and eat it too. If I was going to be okay with him doing whatever he wanted on the side. I think that's what it was. Let's see what I can get away with.
Listen, no woman is ever going to be okay knowing her husband knowing a guy they're dating has other girls. If you're like, if there are so many girls who, it's weird. Like, I've been in so many situations with girls. They catch me cheating, right? And, I apologize. I'm sorry, blah, 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 blah. And they decide to stick around. They catch me cheating again. They stick around. Then the third time they catch me cheating, I'm like, you know what? I really like the girl. I'm going to stop. And I'm proving that I'm stopped. Guess what? That's when they leave. Modern women today are so warped. They leave when you stop cheating. You understand what I'm saying? This is why men do what they do. So again, I tell you that women absolutely positively need to know. Women don't want their men to cheat, but they like to know that you can, right? You like to know that after all these years, you, Kat, you made the right decision. Bitches still want to fuck my man. That's not something you want him to prove, right? But it's something you like to know in the back of your mind. Okay, I did well in life. I've been married to him for 20 years. Bitches still want my man. And good for you. Good for you. That's women. And the reason why you guys shit test is just to make sure is you guys are biting the gold. You guys are making sure that we really are the men that we portray ourselves to be.
Yeah. So, I mean, I still think it was a shit test, but whatever.
No, you're wrong. That was not a shit test. Men don't shit test. Ask him.
I can ask him.
Did he tell you it was a shit test?
Yeah.
Oh, he lied to you. He totally lied. Listen, Kat, sweetheart, I'm telling you, listen. The reason he had his ex-girlfriend over at his place is because he wanted to fuck her. End of discussion. He decided he would much rather be with you than fuck her. Good for him. You guys have a marriage. You guys are doing well. You guys have kids. They're all out of the house. But that was not a shit test, sweetheart.
Okay. Well, so moving on.
Your favorite color must be green.
It's not a favorite color. No.
There's literally green everywhere. Like we got the green smoke. You're wearing a green. Are you the Green Lantern?
Sure. Now I am. That's okay. So what do you think about women no longer valuing being a stay-at-home mom, being a stay-at-home wife?
Yeah.
They think that this is servitude, and a lot of them now hate children and think it's,
oh my God, yeah.
It's like a low value job.
Yeah. Here's what women do not understand. Modern women rather, they don't understand that being a housewife is the most important job in the world. It's more important than being a CEO. It's more important than being a millionaire. Dude, being a good wife and a good mother is tantamount. It is tantamount to raising good, healthy, well-adjusted children. And unfortunately, and this is the warped mindset of the feminist mindset, is that feminism is a contradiction in and of itself, because they talk about feminism, yet everything that feminism endorses is masculine, right? Feminism only praises women when they engage in masculine activities. Feminism praises women who get the bag. They praise women who sleep around. They praise women who swindle men out of money, et cetera, et cetera. But when it comes to being a good wife and mother, when it comes to being feminine, when it comes to being docile, submissive to your man, they're shamed for that. And women do not understand that femininity is the most powerful force on the planet. And being a good wife and mother, it is the most noble and worthwhile job a woman could ever do. It is literally the most important job in the history of time. Men, we're designed to go out and earn and take care and protect our family. But it's the mother. In any good nuclear family, mom is the glue. Mom is the glue to the family. Yes, the family is held together because dad goes out and he earns money and he takes care of the family, but mom is the glue of the family. She literally raises your children for you. And women do not understand how important and how noble the job and the act of being a good wife and mother is. That's why they don't do it. It's incredible that they do not understand that they're being praised for all of the masculine traits while being shamed with all the feminine traits, which is why feminism, it's almost like an inverse misnomer, if you ask me.
Yeah, this is what I've been noticing. And I remember, like, Allie was the first person that kind of started talking about this stuff. And it was like, when I heard this, I'm like, finally somebody's saying something, because I couldn't even talk to my friends about being a housewife or being a stay-at-home mom or whatever. They'd be like, what's your career? What are you going to do after? You're so lazy. You're so lazy, Kat. Why don't you do lazy? You were so smart in school.
Let me ask you, Kat. Being a mom, being a stay-at-home mom was pretty fucking hard. Am I wrong?
Yeah, it is hard.
Of course it's hard. Being a stay-at-home mom is not being lazy. You're responsible for raising a life. You're responsible for keeping the man's house clean. It's crazy how warped the minds are.
Yeah, I've had feminist men, tell me,
Pussies.
they're like, Kat, it's such a shame. You had so much potential with your life.
I'm sorry. You had so much potential with your life. What do you do for a living, Kat? Just out of curiosity. Nothing. You don't do anything. You win at life. You had potential, dude. You've been married for 20-something years, and your husband's a doctor. Hold up. I know this is disrespectful. Don DeMarco to you. You had so much potential. You actually reached your potential. Like, you're a housewife who's still attractive. Like, what the hell are we doing?
I know, but this is like, it's so crazy out there. And I am constantly shamed all the time for just saying I'm happy. Oh, but he's going to leave you. This is the crazy part. It's just, I'm constantly told he's going to leave you. He's cheating on you. You deserve it, from like women who are like divorced or whatever. Like, that's especially on the internet, it's toxic as hell. So they're like, I hope he cheats on you and leaves you for a younger, or they're like, he's going to leave you for a more successful woman.
Yeah. How's that working out? Right? How's that? Look, check this out. These women talk to you like this because they envy you. I promise you, every woman that trolls you like that would trade places with you tomorrow if they could.
I mean, I know that, consciously know that, but the girls who they're getting to on the internet do not know that. They think this is real. They think if they trust a man, they're going to end up like kicked out when they're old, on the streets, homeless. Like, this is what the marketing of feminism really is. It's just like, you're going to end up dead alone when you're old if you don't get the career first.
Yeah. Yet all these women with careers are what class? Alone. Now, listen, if you get with a high value, listen, nothing comes without risk. Okay?
Yeah, everything
comes with risk. If you're going to marry the high value guy, you're going to have to deal with the high value guy problems. You're going to have to deal with bitches throwing pussy at your man. You're going to have to deal with his hot secretary at his private practice throwing the pussy at him. And look, high value men don't have the most sterling of track records. Every once in a while, the high value man will leave his wife of 17 years after 4 kids for the hot young 22-year-old secretary. It does happen, but it doesn't happen often relative to the marriages. Because if a high value man's going to cheat on his, look, man, a high value man will cheat on his wife. And you probably understand this very, very clearly. Sex is very different for men and women. For us, having sex is like shaking a hand or taking a piss. I could go out and fuck 28 bitches. That's not going to make me love Devin any less. This is not going to make me, it's literally just an act. And women know this, right? But if you get caught cheating, or worse, your family finds out that he's cheating, you have to be seen doing something. And this is why I always tell my guys, if you're going to step out on your woman, you got to be discreet. You can't let anybody else find out. If only she finds out, okay, listen, she's going to be hurt. She's going to throw some shit. You just got to let her get it out. You got caught cheating. Listen, you were messy. You got caught cheating. She's got a right to be emotional. She's hurt, right? But she ain't going nowhere, okay? But when you let other people find out, her friends and family finds out, she doesn't really want to leave, but she feels like she has to because her family's going to be in her ear. He's a cheater, you got to leave him. He's a cheater, you got to leave him. He's a cheater, you got to leave him. This is why these women always go back to their husbands. And what do they say? Well, he's a changed man and blah, 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 blah. Dude, listen, if you're a high value man and you're going to step out on your wife or girlfriend, just be discreet. Be discreet for your sake and for their sake. What she doesn't know can't and will not hurt her.
So what do you think about this? Is a unique problem when you're dating someone or you're in a relationship with someone who's pretty attractive, decently attractive.
Are you talking about a man or a woman?
The woman's decently attractive, okay, right? Okay. So you got a really attractive female.
So she's like a 5 or a 6.
Let's say a 7, 8, 9, 10, right? Like the high end of the spectrum. You're dating someone on the high end of the spectrum.
Let me stop you right there before we go on. Okay.
Go on.
Guys, do not commit to 8s, 9s, or 10s. They don't. 8s, 9s, and 10s belong to the game. And I would contend to you, Kat, that most 8s, 9s, and 10s are probably monetized because of their beauty, which means that they probably work in the sex industry or they have experience in the sex industry. Number one. Number two, 8s, 9s, and 10s, women who live in America, they live the best lives of any class of human on the face of the planet in human history. Leave these women alone. What you want to focus on are the 6s and the 7s. Please continue.
Okay, 6s and 7s.
There you go.
If a guy gets a 6 or a 7, what they don't understand is that every single one of her jealous friends will try to get her man.
Yes.
And this is where I have a problem.
Okay.
This is the line in the sand. Don't touch the friends. Don't touch the jealous chicks. Don't touch that. Because that is directly, they don't like the guy. They don't care about the guy. They're just like, I want to hurt this chick that I'm jealous of.
Yeah, listen, man, don't fuck your woman's friends, guys. Listen, do not fuck your woman's friends, because just like Kat said, and I've said this before. This is actually, and I believe this to be 100% true. Women are very rarely true friends with each other. They really are. Men, we don't have frenemies. We either like somebody or we don't. Women, you guys will be friends with bitches you absolutely fucking hate. But as soon as you have a chance to twist the knife somehow, trust me, they're going to tell your man. Gentlemen, if you're going to step out on your woman, don't step out with her friends, because trust me, they will do their level best to blow up that relationship.
Yeah, and this is, like, I get a lot of heat for saying this because they're like, no, they could do whoever. I'm like, no, there has to be boundaries in relationships, because you cannot have a relationship where you know that your guy is with the chicks that hate you, that are purposely trying to destroy your life. And then they get to brag about it to everyone else. Oh, you think you have a good relationship?
No, not really. Here's why you still win. Here's why you would still win. There was a song that came out, and you're a Gen Xer, so you know this, but I don't know, you're not black, so you might not know this song. And I forgot who it was by. It was called He's Mine. You may have had him once, but I got him all the time, right? So let's say one of your little bitchy friends actually fucks your man. Yeah, ha, I fucked your man and blah, 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 blah. I'm sorry. I'm still married to this dude. You might have had him once, but I got him all the time. I'm the one driving the G-Wagon. I'm the one living in the 5-bedroom house. You're still single. You were the side chick. I'm the wife. Okay, listen, you managed to fuck my man. Okay, I'll give you that temporary victory. But I win because this nigga's still married to me.
No, I don't like it.
Well, you're not supposed to like it. But if ever that were to happen, just understand that you would still win. Number one. Number two, yeah, look, the only reason why I tell men not to fuck your woman's friends is only because your woman's friends will absolutely sell you out. But
100%.
but if you knew that if you knew you could fuck one of her friends and her friends wouldn't say anything, yeah, listen, bombs away. Just make sure you don't get caught.
It's a lie, guys. Don't fall for it.
What's a lie?
It's a trap. If they say, I won't tell anybody, I'll never tell.
Of course.
Come
Oh my
on.
God, of course, exactly.
Yeah. They can't wait to tell.
No, yeah.
Let's destroy her life.
Yeah, but again, and it's funny, bitches think that they will destroy a relationship by having an affair with a married man. You're not destroying anybody's lives, okay? And I'll submit this to you, Kat. The only one who could destroy your relationship if you were to find out your husband had an affair with one of your friends is you, because you're the one that's got to make a choice on whether or not to stay with him. Because if you divorce him because he fucked one of your friends, guess what then? Now they won, right? You want to
Okay, so what would you do?
What would I do with what?
Yeah, if you were a female in that situation, how would you get closure, feel better?
I'm not a woman. I can't answer that.
Imagine you have a daughter and this happens to her, right?
So imagine I have a daughter and she's married to a high value guy, and she finds out he fucked one of her friends. Oh, I would sit her down and be like, okay, sweetheart, you have a choice. You have a choice. You can either let this side chick win, or you can continue to dunk in their face and stay married to him. I know it hurts, but this is how it is. Like, welcome to the real world. I would absolutely 100% tell her, stay with him, because at the end of the day, who are you going to replace him with? What, you think they're just high value Steves just lined up? No, they're not. And this is why your friends fuck your husband, because there are no other high value men to fuck. You win if you stay. That's exactly what I would tell her. 100%.
Okay. So, I have a story, but I can't say it on the internet because it's really, really bad.
Oh my
really
God. Now you have to tell me. You have to tell me. Oh my God.
Okay. This is a story I heard, like a family guy told me the story.
Okay.
It's really messed up. Okay. He was saying he was engaged to a virgin, right? He's engaged to a virgin. This is in the olden days, like the 60s. So remember, there used to be a time.
My bad. I didn't think it was an old story. I thought it was correct. My fault. Go ahead.
Yeah, decades ago. Anyways, so he's engaged to like a 17, 18-year-old virgin. Okay, let's say 18. Okay. Her best friend does this. Like, oh, I'm jealous of her. You can't be with her. Be with me. Blah, 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 blah. So then he bangs her.
Okay.
Oh, I can't say this on the internet. In an inappropriate way. That's like very bad and not like a nice way. Anyways, and then he tells the girl he's engaged with, look, your friend did this, but don't worry. I banged her like this disrespectfully.
He E-par'd her?
I don't know what that means.
EPAR. Statutory.
No, he did not. No.
All right.
No, not like that. Like it was consensual, but it wasn't like.
Oh, did he butt fuck her? Is that what he did?
Sure, we'll say something like that. I don't know.
So he butt fucked her. Okay, all right.
Okay, but anyways, it's not like a good thing, and it wasn't like romantical. Let's just say.
Well, butt fucking is not romantic, so I wouldn't imagine.
I don't know. This is so inappropriate. Anyways, so the point of the story was he's like, oh, your friend tried this, but don't worry, I did this to her. To treat her like the hoe that she is. She'll never do that again.
Oh, shit. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is like the stories from like the older men in my family telling me like, this is how they treat whores or whatever.
Okay.
This is how it was in the olden days. Okay. I'm not saying I did this or I have anything to do with this.
Okay. Got it. 1962. Okay.
Yeah. So like, that's just like how it was back then. And like, she found out about it and she didn't care. She's like, yeah, she's a dumb whore. Good.
There you go. Do you see? Listen, Don DeMarco. There you go. If my 18-year-old daughter, daddy, I saved myself. I saved my virginity. And I just found out Steve, the lawyer at the big law firm, I found out he butt fucked my best friend. I'd be like, and? What, do you want to call off the marriage because he butt fucked one of your hoe friends? Like, do that if you want to, but you'll be stupid as hell. Like, he's not going to end up with her. That's exactly what I would say. So the advice that dude gave that girl back in the 1960s, that is solid. Again, it's just sex. And women, again, they think it's so funny. women ridiculously think if they don't pay attention, they think that sex is as emotional for us as it is for them. But at the end of the day, that's just their ego talking. Heaven forbid, my soon-to-be husband be attracted to somebody else. Get used to it, sweetheart.
Yeah, it was a wild time back then.
It's a wild time now.
I mean, I don't want to know.
It's a wild time now. But he probably butt fucked her. Did he give her ass to mouth? Is that what it was?
I don't know. I don't want to say details. This is the internet.
All right, okay. I'm just, I'm just asking. I'm just trying.
Whatever. It was just like it was like not like normal. It was like gross.
Really? Was it like a threesome? Dude, no, now I really want to know. What did this guy do to this woman?
Okay, it doesn't matter.
Did he give her a golden shower? Like, do you know what a golden shower
is? Maybe like a dirty Sanchez or like a whatever weird one.
Or a rusty trombone? Did he give her? Did she give her? Do you know what a rusty trombone is?
This is going down.
Do you know what a rusty trombone is?
I don't want to know.
It's when a girl is giving you fellatio while you are pooping. Like you are in the act of pooping. You are in the act of pooping, and she is fellating you. That is a rusty trombone.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Anyways, so yeah. So women think that it's like a flex that they can get someone for the night.
Yeah, that's not a flex. Like, yeah, that would be, that story about, back in the day. Yeah, they had it right back then. Nowadays, women call themselves, I can't believe he did this. I'm going to leave him. And then they're single at 35. And you're like, damn, I really wish I would have forgiven Steve for butt fucking Erica all those years ago. Because now he's with a wife and he gets to butt, and she's driving a G-Wagon and she lives a great life and he gets to butt fuck whoever he wants, but she still gets the marriage in the ring. I'm trying to tell you.
Wonderful. So anyways, yeah. So not where I wanted this to go. But anyways, that's quite all
right. Are you recovering? Is that what this is?
Yes, this is me recovering.
Dr. B84 says W butt stuff. Maybe.
Wow.
Jadawa says what in the butt. Okay, very good.
All right, so let's take it to a safer topic.
Sorry about that. But I kept it real though. Like it got a little bit dirty, but listen.
Yes, you did.
No lies detected. All facts, baby. All facts. So anyways, where are we gonna go? We're gonna go.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
I'm just trying to calm down. I can see all this is the chick she talked about stuff or something.
Well, in your defense, this is me. Like I tend to corrupt people's, live streams every once in a while. It's all in good fun, but
Okay.
What it is.
So I have a theory that girls do not exist. That it's only possible for women to be friends if they're both equally happy.
Yes.
In similar good situations in life.
Yes. Yeah. I am 1000% on board with that. And it's interesting. Devin says a lot that it's very difficult for women to be friends with each other because women are never really truly friends, just like you said, unless they have the same level of happiness, right? So unhappy, miserable sluts, they're always the best of friends. They're both unhappy, miserable sluts. But let one get engaged and then later married, that friendship is going to suffer because this friend has something this friend pretends not to want, but is secretly envious of. So I am 1000% on board. I will co-sign that. Men of different socioeconomic statuses, we can be friends with each other. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter where we are in life. It doesn't matter where we are in life, man. I mean, dude, I have a very, very tight knit group of men that I trust, like my short list. But there are people in my peripheral circle, like in my outer circles, that I'm still great friends with, even though they don't live the life I live. We're not in the same tax bracket, but I still feel a certain kinship with them because I was where they were. So that's just the way I look at it.
Okay. Yeah, I only have a few close female friends and they're all equally happy in their relationships. Right. Yeah. There's no relationship problems. They're very happy.
Right.
And they're stay-at-home moms usually, or they work maybe little part-time jobs where it's just for fun.
Yeah. They sell stuff on Etsy, get their creative going.
Yeah. Yes. And those make the best friends. The second there's trouble in paradise, there's trouble with the friendship.
Ooh, yeah. Yes. Yeah. And it's interesting because let's say that one of your friends, let's say that you, let's say my name was Donovina, right? Let's say that I am married. Well, let's say my name is Karen, and I'm married to this fucking asshole Donovan Sharpe. Like I come to you, I'm like, Kat, Donovan is fucking gone crazy. He put a hole in the wall. I found out he was, I went and snooped through his phone, and I found out that he was fucking this chick and this and that and the third. What would you advise me? What would you advise your friend who is in a happy relationship, whose relationship seemingly is taking a turn for the worse? What would you advise her to do?
Probably like how are things going on in the bedroom? How, are you like in a good mood all the time? Like, have you worked on your hormones? What are you eating? Are you sleeping well? Is there, spending a lot of time together?
Yeah, actually, I really haven't quite been in the mood lately. I did give him birthday sex at one point, but I don't know. Lately, I just haven't been in the mood.
That's wild. I mean, that you get what you get.
There you go. Okay. There you go. Now, what if I push back and say, yeah, but I mean, if I'm not in the mood, Kat, I'm just not in the mood. And I'm not going to be a victim of marital rape. I will not stand for that. I will not sleep with my husband if I am not in the mood. But by the same token, I'm still upset that he fucked another girl, even though I'm not in a mood. So what do you say about that?
Well, I mean, if you're going to go by religion, you yield your body to him and he yields his body to you. So if somebody needs it, there's no ifs, ands, or buts.
So you mean to tell me I have to have sex with my husband even when I don't want to?
Shocking. Maybe not if you're like bleeding out or something medical is going on, but otherwise,
we did talk about butt sex earlier. There's more than one hole. That's what I'm. But this is very. But all joking aside, this is very good advice. This is very good advice. I like the fact that you went right to slow down. Let's pump the brakes. What's it like in the bedroom? How often are you guys having sex? Because, and here's another thing. With men, it's not always about better, right? Sometimes it's about different. Sometimes she might not be doing anything wrong. So let's run that scenario back. Let's say I call you up and I'm like, Kat, I can't believe what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're on the phone. Play along. Let's go.
Okay,
Kat,
what happened?
I can't believe the phone. You have the phone. We're on the phone.
We're on the phone.
Okay. I can't believe what happened.
Okay, what happened?
I found out that Donovan cheated on me.
No. With who?
Dude, his secretary. That fucking bitch. I fucking hate her. I want to kill her.
Well, she does have bigger tits.
Yeah, she does. And he did offer to get me a boob job a while back, and I did turn that down, but he still shouldn't have cheated.
Well, why don't you just get the boob job? Then he won't need her anymore.
So you're advising me to get a boob job?
I mean, if that's what he likes and you want one anyways, why not?
I mean, I give him all the sex he wants. Like, I never turn him down for sex. Why would he sleep with another woman?
Just to spice it up, make it look different, make it more interesting.
So you're telling me if I change my appearance, he'll stop cheating?
Yeah, just make it look better, different, change your hair color, make it look like you're a different girl every couple months.
Oh, like role play then?
Yeah.
Oh, that might actually be a good idea. Like, I don't know, get like a blue wig?
Yeah, you could do that. That'll be fun. So
you guarantee me that if I do this, he'll stop cheating?
I can't guarantee anything, but it could help.
Okay. All right. Well, all right. I guess I'll take that advice. Is this the reason why you've been married for so long?
Oh yeah. Every couple months.
What would you do if you were me?
Every couple months, it's gotta change a little bit. There needs to be some different language. There needs to be some different hairstyles. There needs to be some different movements. Things need to change. Just keep it exciting.
How about that? Well, what if I change my look to look like a secretary? Do you think that would help?
Yeah, you can role play that. You can role play as his secretary. That could be fun.
Oh wow, that would be cool. Now I've seen some Reddit threads online that suggest maybe introducing another woman into the mix. Do you think that could help?
I mean, she better be hot because, like, if you got to touch her too.
Wrong answer. No, you failed the test. No, Kat. No. Oh my God, you were doing so well. Oh, you were doing so well. No.
Find an ugly chick. Sorry. Find an ugly chick so you get more attention. Do it.
No.
Do it.
Listen. Pro tip, guys. Never have a threesome with your main chick or your wife. It is never not a good idea. Trust me. Listen. And by the way, to make it more inappropriate, guys, threesomes are not what you see in spicy movies. It's really not. I mean, and every once in a while you get a good one, but for the most part, it's you smashing one chick while the other chick is in the corner of the bed playing with herself and pretending she likes what's going on. I'm just going to keep it real with you. Threesomes are not what they are portrayed to be in the movies and in the spicy movie industry. Just wanted to put that out there. Okay.
Unless you pay them both and you don't know them.
Oh boy. Gentlemen, never pay for sex. What Kat is leading you astray. Do not listen to this woman's advice. Both women need to be ready, willing, and able for free. We fuck sluts out here. We do not fuck whores. We do not pay for sex.
You can go to Colombia.
Do they fuck for free in Colombia?
You got to pay them, but it's cheaper. You can afford it.
I don't know, man. No, I don't. You want to know why I've never paid for sex? Because I like
there's no challenge.
Yes. Yeah, dude. Not only that, I know that she's having sex with me because she has to. I paid her, or I'm going to pay her, so she has to have sex with me. She's not going to suck my dick with the same ferocity as if she actually wants to have sex with me, right? And people say all the time, and this is where, and a lot of men, and listen, there are a lot of high value, high status men that do pay for sex, but the reason they pay for sex, they don't pay the women for sex, Kat. They pay these women to leave and to not talk, because modern women, again, they're a depreciating asset. But in a perfect world, do not pay for sex. It's a bad idea. So look, I'll give you an 85 on that phone call. You were good until I threw should I introduce another woman? And you said yes. Wrong answer. Never do that again.
Okay. I mean, I wouldn't. I'm just saying if we're just having fun.
All right. Just checking.
Just joking around.
Let me read the super chat here. Dr. B84 with a $5 super chat says, I have literally seen this happen to two women. When one got married and the other one was left in the dust, they are no longer friends at all. Yeah, that's what happens. Phoenix Light Games with the $10 super chat says, this is why when a woman finds a man that she loves, admires, and respects, and she has single friends that are 304, stop hanging out with them. They are jealous of what you have, and they will correct you. I'm trying to tell you, man. You know this to be true. Phoenix Light Games with another $10 super chat says, another slick way women steal their friend's man is to put them in compromising positions, giving evidence like photographs or videos, send it to him, make them break up, and then she swoops in. Yeah, that does happen, but if that's enough to convince a man that he is in a no-win situation, then that's a weak man anyway. So, yeah. All right, please continue.
Okay, so what do you think about women going on girls trips, girls night out, stuff like that? Because
while in a relationship?
Yeah, you're married. Devin. Mm-hmm. She wants to go on a girls trip or
yeah, she can go.
Whatever. You're okay with that?
Well,
or are you changing the locks?
Of course. Well, yes, I'm going to change the locks, but okay. listen. Knock yourself out. Like we're not gonna be together anymore. But by all means, go knock yourself out and have fun. Again, and guys, and it's funny. Guys, they ask me this all the time. They say, and guys, I need you to listen here. They will come to me. This is all in my comments. I get emails, messages all the time. Donovan, been dating this girl for 6 months, and I told her to get off social media, and she told me, you get off social media too. Where did I go wrong? Well, where he went wrong. So the question that I asked them next is, okay, who angled for the relationship first? Did you ask her to be your girlfriend, or did she ask you to be your boyfriend? Who was first? 11 times out of 10, Kat, it's always, I asked her to be my girlfriend first. Gentlemen, this is why you cannot angle for relationships first here in 2024. Here's why. When you ask a woman to be your girlfriend, wife, whatever the case may be, what you are telling them indirectly is that she has satisfied all of the requirements necessary to secure your commitment. And so in her mind, she thinks, oh, he wants me to be his girlfriend, or he wants me to be his wife. There's no reason for me to stay fit. There's no reason for me to suck his dick while he's taking a shit, if that's what he's into. There's no rusty trombone. There's no reason for me to look good. There's no reason for me to keep a positive attitude. There's no reason for me to be fit, feminine, friendly, and faithful. I can do whatever I want. Guys, you have to wait for the girl to angle for the relationship with you first, because at that point, then you can lay down your boundaries, standards, and expectations. So when a girl comes to you and says, hey, where is this going? In other words, I want to be your girlfriend. That's when you take the opportunity to let her know, hey, look, you can be with me. Just understand that I don't stay committed to women who are on social media, women who go to bars and clubs, women who do girls trips, women who do girls nights out, et cetera, et cetera. Oh, okay. So, I mean, so you're telling me that I can't be on social media? I'm not telling you that at all. If you want to be on social media, be on social media. If you want to go to the concerts, go to the concerts. If you want to go to Burning Man, knock yourself out. You just won't be my girlfriend or wife anymore. Guys, this is how you influence a woman's behavior, because you have to understand that women get dick and commitment thrown at them all the time, okay? You're not going to be the guy. You're not going to be another in a long line of men who just blindly commit to women before laying out what you will not tolerate.
Okay. And what about if the guys just don't care what you do? Like, they're like totally fine with that.
Yeah, then he doesn't like you.
So that's like a red flag.
Yeah, listen, any man who, and this is interesting. So girls like to say all the time when they hear me talk about what constitutes a breakup or not, they say, Donovan, you're insecure. No, I'm very secure. No, it's the insecure men who do exactly what you just did and lets her get away with everything. Because most modern women, Kat, you know that most modern women, if they heard a man say, well, I don't commit to women who go to bars and clubs or who are on social media. Well, I would never date a man like that. Yes, I know that most women would say that, but because I'm secure in my ability to find female companionship, I'm secure enough to tell you, yo, this is what I put up with and this is what I don't. And if you decide to walk out the door, I'm going to be okay. That is the opposite of insecurity. Insecurity is a man being afraid to tell his woman, I don't date women who are on social. I don't commit to women who are on social media, and I don't commit to women who travel for work. They're afraid that if they lay down those edicts, the woman is going to leave. That is his insecurity, that he is going to leave. So the next time these bitches out here talk about, you're insecure. No, I'm actually very secure, because the kinds of things I'm saying, most girls would leave a man for just saying. I'm secure enough in myself to know that even if you decide to leave, I'm going to be okay. So yeah, it is absolutely a red flag if your guy, if a guy you're dating, lets you do whatever you want. And it's funny. Girls will all the time say that I'm in such a healthy relationship. Well, what they really mean, the womanese translation for that, I'm in such a healthy relationship, is it will be very easy to cheat on my man when and if I decide to. But women characterize toxic relationships where it's not easy to cheat. Wait a minute. Wait, if so, you mean to tell me if you go to the bar, the club, or if you're on social media, he's going to break up with you? Oh my God, you're in a toxic relationship. Yeah, because it's easy to cheat, or it's because it's hard to cheat. Again, a woman characterizes a healthy relationship as a relationship where it's easy to cheat. When it's hard to cheat, it's toxic.
So are you okay with like sharing password and stuff like that with social media, emails, stuff like that? Do you think that is something you should negotiate in a relationship?
Oh no, I don't know. I don't negotiate. I don't negotiate. I dictate. Devin does not have a lock on her phone. She disabled the lock. I've got passwords to everything. She doesn't have social media that I know of. But no, she doesn't. And the interesting thing is when I required this of her, it was an easy decision for her to make. I didn't have to convince her. She just automatically, and you want to know something? This is crazy. This is actually pretty funny. A lot of people, oh my God, I can't believe it's crazy. When Devin and I had first started dating, she was so serious about me. I wasn't serious about her, but I knew that she was serious when she called me up one day. She's like, here, go to this link, blah, 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 blah. I go to this link, and there she is in her apartment waving at the camera. I'm like, what the fuck is this? She's like, I've given you access to I've given you access to my Blink cameras, my Xfinity. You'll know when I come, when I go, you'll be able to see, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, why are you doing this? So that I'm not a hoe. Because, Kat, we know that women can say anything, but we also know that women fucking lie. That is what separated her from the 22-year-old that she was competing with, that she knew she was competing with. The 22-year-old would never do those things. And the 22-year-old, Kat, dude, this bitch was bad. This bitch was a fucking 10. So I met this chick when she was 19. I fucked her on and off for about 2.5 to 3 years. I met her 3 weeks after post-op. She had swindled some guy, his name was Martin, out of buying her a boob job. As soon as she got the boob job, she left the guy. That's when I met her, and eventually we started fucking. As hot as she was absolutely useless. She was absolutely useless. And so what women need to understand is you have to bring more than just looks to a man. And I don't know, man, maybe if I were 5 or 10 years younger, maybe I would have picked the hot 22-year-old. But I was 39 years old at the time, and I had run through most hot, dude, I had every blonde, brunette, stripper, fake titty bitch in the world. What I needed was attraction and some substance.
So other than looks, like, what are the things that women should be working on? Take a minute if you need.
No, that's okay. I had a tickle in my throat. Let me think. Other than looks, yeah, definitely, obviously keep your body right. Work on, I don't really think about this kind of stuff because I know women just don't fucking listen. So
some of them do. Give them a chance.
Yeah. Okay. It depends upon where they are in life, right? If I'm talking to 18-year-old women, I'm telling them, don't sleep around, don't start smoking, do not get tattoos, okay? I would tell them to subscribe to cooking channels, learn to cook, take a cooking class. There's an old saying, and you're probably aware of it too, you and I being the same age. The way to a man's heart is through his stomach. That is 1,000% true. So if you look good, cook good, and fuck good, we're all good. That's the way it goes. So I would definitely work on your cooking skills. I would definitely work on cleaning skills. If there's a guy that you're seeing and you know that he is worth it, dude, fucking do his laundry. Like, if you're at his place, do his fucking laundry, clean his house. Trust me, that will make an impression on him because literally nobody is doing that. So yeah, I would tell girls today, work on your domestic skills. I would cut out the activities that make you look single, and women know what activities these are. If you are looking to meet a man, and you're going to have to be on social media, your social media doesn't need to have butt shots and booty shots and yacht pictures. No, your Instagram needs to be you in conservative garb. He needs to see that you are attractive, but not thirsty, not a hoe. Take videos of you cooking. Hey, I'm making a steak by myself, or hey, this is a new recipe I'm trying out, or hey, this is me at the gym, or this is me at my own personal gym. You have to put out the bat signal. But when you put out when you're taking pictures on yachts, you're going to attract dudes that are looking for yacht thoughts. But if you take pictures of you doing domestic shit, you're going to get DMs from guys doing domestic shit. Here's another pro tip for the ladies. And this is actually I got this from Devin. Ladies, if you want to marry a doctor, become a CNA, become a medical assistant. If you want to marry a lawyer, go get your paralegal degree, right? Be a paralegal, be a legal assistant. If you want a rich man, become a ball girl at a golf course. Become a server, become the cocktail server girl at the golf course. Become a part of the wait staff at skyboxes at professional sports games. Rich guys are all around. You just have to put yourself in position to be around these guys, around these people.
Yes, I would agree with that. And when I was younger, I don't know if I should say this either.
Why not?
Because the internet, you don't tell things on the internet.
Okay.
Ooh. Anyways, when I was younger, I used to, I wanted to meet wealthy dudes.
Yeah.
Because I'm 18, 19. Yeah, I don't know anybody. Yeah, so then I'm there's I saw they had this millionaire matchmaker website, right? So I'm what can I do? Because the internet was brand new.
Sure.
Everything, the sky's the limit.
Yeah, right.
Nothing was there.
No regulations.
You could say you were a professional, anything.
Right.
So anyways, yeah. So I said, I will give dating advice to guys who may go for $1 million. That was my thing. Okay. So that's because I'm thinking I'm 18, 19.
You're attractive. You're young.
I'm attractive. I'm young. I can meet them. Maybe they'll like me, or maybe I'll like them. At least maybe they have friends,
There you go.
So I'm trying to think smart while everybody else is let me be the man. I'm how do I find one or get in the position to find one?
Yeah.
And I found meeting these guys, they do not know anything about women.
Oh no.
They needed so much help. I was not attracted at all.
Yep.
It was really, really eye-opening, like how much street smarts matters to a human being.
What you are saying, Kat, goes directly in the face of all of these black pill losers out there.
Yeah.
There are so many men who endorse this. All you have to be is ripped and rich and blah. No. Yes, being rich certainly gives you more opportunities with women as they got opportunities with you. But you have to, but if you show that you are inept at handling women or having street smarts, it doesn't matter how much money you have. That's going to dry your vagina is going to go drier than the Sahara Desert every time.
Yeah, it is. It's absolutely terrifying. It's like daddy's money and they didn't know how to do anything. And it was really, really scary. And all that they were going to attract was predators, all of them. So 90% of my time was just like teaching them how to look out for predators, how they're going to move, what they're going to say, and like what a good girl is. And I'm pretty much not going to attract those because the good girls are like, you can't protect me.
Right.
If anything happens to this dude, any of these dudes' money, they can't protect their family.
Nope.
They're useless.
Nope. No, you're absolutely right. Again, a lot of guys think that if they, now don't get me wrong, you got to get your body right, you got to get your mind right, and you've got to get your finances right. But you also have to, but most importantly, you have to get your mind right. You have got to learn how to handle women. And you know what? A lot of, and back in the day, it didn't used to be like that. You didn't have to know how to handle women because they came ready-made for relationships. It ain't like that anymore. And we can bitch and complain about what it was and this and that. The third, guys, 1953 ain't walking through that door. If you want a healthy, worthwhile relationship with a woman who's worth a damn, yes, you have to do more for a quality woman than you had to back then. You've ever heard the term hoflation?
Yes.
Right. Hoflation exists. Men today, we got to do 20 times more to impress women that are 20 times less viable for relationships. Women have, dude, the average value of the modern woman has never been lower, yet the cost of being attractive to them has never been higher. It's insane.
Yeah, it is getting worse out there. And what do you tell guys that don't have street smarts? How can they get street smarts?
Street smarts, define street smarts. Just game. How can they learn to talk to women?
It's not even just talking to women. It's like as a woman, I would not feel safe with them. Like if they couldn't pay to get out of a bad situation, they couldn't do it. They couldn't handle themselves. They couldn't speak to command respect.
Yeah, take a boxing class. Listen, if you need to learn to box and learn to wrestle. Because if you are to get into a physical altercation, which is rare relative to the number of fights that there are these days, the fight is going to go to the ground. So learn to box, learn to wrestle. That way, if shit goes down, at least you can protect yourself. That's the first thing I would tell guys. The second thing I would tell guys to get street smarts, I think most people are risk averse in terms of their everyday life, right? Business wise, men, we are far more risk tolerant than we are risk averse, right? This is why most companies are owned by men, because women, you guys are risk averse. You guys are women. That's just how you guys are. We as men, we are very risk tolerant, but out in the real world, dude, I'm not gonna walk down the street in Camden, New Jersey. Oh, well, I'm not in Camden anymore. Or I'm not in Cherry Hill anymore, but we used to live we used to live in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. We now, you know what I'm saying? Camden, New Jersey is like it's like one of the worst cities ever, right? So yeah, I'm not going to walk down, E Street in Camden, New Jersey at 12 o'clock at night. So street smarts, yeah, I think most men understand that. I think most men understand where the danger is and to avoid that danger. But just like you said, inevitably, if trouble comes knocking on your door, and it's rare, but it still could, just like you said, your woman has to know that you can and will do what needs to be done in that situation. So yes, learn to box and wrestle.
Yeah, my dad comes from very old money, like extreme ungodly wealth. And then, of course, he was the last generation, so I didn't get any. Oh, but of course, that's how it works. But anyways, just seeing how when he lost his money, he's kind of useless.
Okay.
And how that ruined my parents' relationship. That put me on very high alert. Like you don't want someone who apocalypse happens.
So your dad, so your dad came from old money. So he didn't earn it himself.
No.
Was your dad, and I don't want to speak ill of your father, but was your father the kind of guy who tells everyone he hit a home run, even though he was born on third base?
No, not like that. No,
okay. All right.
It is very old money. It's not new money brags. Old money is
Well, and you
quiet
want to know why new money brags? Because new
'cause
money
they
fucking got
made
the
it.
goddamn, yeah, you're goddamn right. Yeah, old money
Yeah.
doesn't brag because they know their wealth doesn't come from them. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, it wasn't like that. It was just like just seeing how he didn't earn it, so he didn't know how to do it again
There you go.
when he
Yeah,
was
there
gone.
you go.
Like that's a very scary thing for a
Yeah,
woman. So that's like
yeah,
a red flag. Like if you were handed that money,
yeah.
women might use you.
Oh, they will use you. You kidding me?
Yes,
Dude,
like they'll marry you, get pregnant, whatever, get some money,
oh,
but they
easy.
don't trust you.
No, no, they don't. It's funny. So, how can I put this? One of the so I've done work with many models in my courses and all that good stuff. And one of the girls that I used to work with said she loved old money vibes, right? She's like, I just love old money and old money vibes and all that. Well, the reason why she likes old money vibes is because she knows she can fleece guys with old money. Yeah. People don't protect what they don't earn.
Yes.
They're just not. I'm sure they'll protect it to a degree, but they're not as
Mhm.
vigilant if they didn't actually make the money themselves.
Yeah, and it is, and there's also like a kind of they know deep inside that they didn't earn it.
Hang on, Kat. I gotta address somebody in my
Sure.
comments here. Neo says, my problem is that I don't want to kill people. Bruh. Oh my God. So Neo wants us to think that he is so big and strong and big and bad and tough that if he were to ever get in a fight, he would kill somebody. Yeah, here we are. It's really the law holding me back, logic over emotions. Okay, Neo, you're this big, bad alpha male who can just walk around and kill people. Neo wants us all to believe that he's fucking craven. He wants us to believe that he's craven. He just walk around and, well, my problem is I just don't want to kill people. Okay, you know what? You got it, Mr. Tough Guy. Appreciate that. Anyway, sorry about that. Okay. Neo would have us believe that, well, if the laws, if not for the laws in this country, I'd just be walking around killing. Man, get out of here with that. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Come on. The fuck out of here, dude. Everybody, it's so funny how guys, everybody wants to be fucking tough, dude. It's just ridiculous. They're like, bro, like that's not a flex, fam. Like, dude, I'm a 4-time convicted felon of violent crimes. I'm not proud of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not, like, that's not something to aspire to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a documented temper problem. I'm not proud of that. Like, that shit sucks. Dude, that shit's gotten me in trouble. Dude, I've lost girlfriends. I've lost friends. I've lost money. I've lost time over that shit. That's not something to be proud of. Well, I don't want to kill anybody. Yeah, you know what? I used to be you, Neo. Fuck out of here, man. Everybody's a fucking tough guy on the internet. I swear to God. I'm sorry. Go ahead, please.
Okay. So anyway, what do you think about? I can be a
little much for people, you know.
No, it's cool.
Just, you know, hey,
it's fine.
Listen, I only know one speed here. I only know one speed. You know, I'm a left lane nigga. That's actually no. Actually, living with Devin has made me a little soft. So I'm not gonna cap on that. Anyway,
that's cute.
Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Oh, I saw you did the how to relationship thing one with Devin, and it was whenever I think it was something about like when she picks a fight with you and then she leaves it's to cheat or something like that. Did you say that?
Wait, was it an example?
Yeah.
And what was the example?
It was like when women pick a fight with a guy. It's so that they can storm out whatever and go cheat.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yes. So women. So this is the 24-hour. So guys, this is very, very insidious the way women cheat, and this is funny, Kat. I've been cheated on and I've been cheated with, and for reasons known only to the creator himself, women who are cheating with me feel the need to divulge how it is that they're getting away with cheating. It's crazy. Anyway, what women will do when they want to cheat is they will start a fight with you out of nowhere. Just out of nowhere. And you can't handle it. And she's like, you know what? I'm done. I want to break up, blah, blah, blah. She just starts a fight. She goes off and she fucks some dude, right? Dave, the unemployed garage band guitar player who may or may not live in a storage unit. She goes and fucks this dude. Then the next morning she calls you, I'm sorry, I was wrong. And, you know, I was being immature and I had some time to think about it. I want to get back together. Now, 11 times out of 10, the guy's going to take her back because he wasn't really pissed in the first place, right? Well, later on down the line, he finds out that she hooked up with Dave. He's not going to be okay with that. But you know what she's going to say? Well, we were broken up. So that doesn't count, right? Gentlemen, this is how insidious women cheat. I'll tell you another story. Oh my God, you're not going to believe this. So I was fucking with Sabrina. And this is crazy how she did this. So we used to meet up. So we met up one Saturday. And she told me, here's what she did. She and her friend helped her. Her and her friend went to Starbucks. And they took a selfie together, right? She didn't post it or anything like that. And so on the day she came to see me on Saturday, she wore the same outfit that she wore in the selfie. So so we are in the hotel room. We are about to have sex. She says, hold on, I need to make this post. I was like, what are you posting? She's like, oh, I gotta, and then she tells me the story. And I'm like, dude, these fucking bitches ain't fucking shit. And so she posts the picture, me and the bestie having Starbucks. And guess what? The bestie liked the picture. And so did the husband. Here's another example. Here's one bit. I used to fuck this bitch on Tuesdays and Thursdays, right? One time she actually just did paid time off. She just wanted to be with me all day or whatever. So what she did, this is crazy. Her husband didn't know that she had put in that she had to pay time off for work, right? So she gets ready. She, gets ready. She's got her briefcase or whatever. She goes to work. She goes into the workplace. She grabs the keys of her friend's car. She grabs her friend's car. She comes to see me at the hotel. That way, if the husband gets suspicious and he drives by, he will see her car. It's absolutely. People wonder why I'm a wizard with this shit. I've been cheated on and I've been cheated with. That's all I can say.
So you got that from yourself. She didn't tell you that. Your wife didn't tell you that.
Didn't tell me that. No. I got all those, dude. All those
I thought for sure she broke the girl code and told you that, because that's freaking crazy. Because I just immediately I started thinking about all the people from high school and how they would do that.
Yeah, Devin has never, and here's the thing. Look, I'm sure Devin has cheated in past relationships. I'm sure that she has done some shady shit. I'm sure of it. She ain't gonna tell me about him. Because I tell Devin all the time, don't tell me. Because if I didn't ask her body count, I didn't know. I didn't know. I don't want to know anything about your past. I don't want to know nothing about that. So Devin did not break the girl code. Devin simply keeps that shit to herself, as she should.
Okay, good. So you do not care about those things then? Because a lot of guys are like body count.
Oh boy, body count. Every man cares about body count. Every man does. It's not, we don't have control over it. This is how we're designed. But if you want to be in a successful relationship, you're just going to have to understand that women dude, the only virgin I ever had sex with was the girl I lost my virginity to. At least that's what I was under that impression, right? I was under that impression. Men care about body count. We do. That's why we don't want to know about it. Because you're never going to know what a woman's body count is. Because if you ask her, she's going to lie to you. And a lot of times they probably just don't know, right? But this is why I tell guys to pay attention. And let me give guys and girls a little bit of a pro tip. Girls, if your guy asks you what your body count is, you need to fucking lie to him. Lie your ass off. If your body count is 40, you better tell that nigga your body count is 5. But here's the difference. Number one, if a guy asks you what your body count is, chances are he probably doesn't have any value. High value men understand that most women either are or were hoes. We don't want to know, right? That's the first thing. The second thing is that men who don't know any better don't know how to pick up on hoe tendencies as well as men who have experience. And as a woman, a woman who has a body count of 40 is going to have a much harder time acting like a woman who has a body count of 5 than a body count of 10. Does that make sense? So if a woman has slept with 10 guys, she can get away easier with telling a guy she slept with only 5 guys, because 10 guys don't give you the same hoe tendencies as sleeping with 40 guys. So if a woman who has slept with 40 guys says, I've only fucked 5 guys, men who know, we will be able to sniff that out. There's no way this bitch has fucked only 5 guys.
Yeah, I think that's true, but it's really hard for a lot of guys now. I just don't think that they have the social skills that we used to have.
Yeah, no, they don't. They do have the same social skills. Women are far more socially calibrated than men. They're just using it to be hoes and not wives.
Okay, I want to tell you a story about I went out with younger girls. You know, I'm old. I'm like you. We're old.
Okay.
I wanted new friends. So
No,
I'm like,
you're old. I'm
yes,
47 years old.
of course, I'm old. Okay. Anyway, so I wanted younger friends that could go out because my friends are married with kids. They can't go out. And sometimes I want to go do things, go places. So I made younger friends, like early 20s friends.
How old were
right?
you during this, when this happened?
40.
And you were still married?
Yeah. They're friends.
Okay, but are these younger girlfriends married?
No.
So your husband allowed you as a 40-year-old to go out with your 20-ish-year-old friends?
Not to clubs or anything. I would
Where did you go?
We would invite them over for brunch. I would host brunches at my house.
Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. Okay, you said going out, so that raised some red flags. So
Well, I mean, I guess we'd also go to craft festivals.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. All right.
It's nice to leave the house, even if you're married. Come on.
No. Listen, absolutely. As long as you're going to craft festivals and not beer festivals. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Okay,
just to make sure I'm understanding this correctly, you wanted younger friends so that you could
leave the house because all my friends have kids. They can't go anywhere.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, got it. Okay, I'm with you. Go ahead.
Okay, so I met these chicks, whatever. We go out. They get, some of them, you know, they're very young. They're very pretty. They get approached by guys. The way women react to being approached to guys, I've never seen this before. They're just like, ill, disgusting. Who do you think you are? Don't come near us. Get away from us. Oh, can you believe this? And I'm like, the guy looks fine. He looks like a normal, he doesn't look like a creep. He doesn't have like, you know, anything weird going on. And they're so incredibly rude and disrespectful, like immediately, first response to anyone that approaches them.
Yeah. And you want to know why that is?
Yes.
Well, because women overvalue themselves, right? And my guess is that these girls in their 20s, back when you were 40, so that's not too long ago, they probably had Facebook and Instagram back then too, right?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. The reason why girls overvalue themselves is because they actually, how can I put this? All of the attention they get, it's almost like their mind processes it in a way that fools them into thinking that these men are high value. They know they would never ever think of dating a guy who leaves hard eyes on their pictures, wife material, blah, 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 right? They know that. And so for years and years and years, they get gassed up by these thirsty dudes so that when they go out into the real world and a guy has the audacity to approach her, she thinks, well, I've got 400,000 followers on Instagram. How dare you approach me? It's because they overvalue themselves. That's all. They think their shit doesn't stink.
It's absolutely insane because like I would pick girls that were really pretty because I want to have pretty friends because it's nice to hang around with pretty people. I have eyes too. And they just don't look like that in person. You know what I mean?
You wanted to be around pretty people?
Yeah, pretty girls.
Why?
What? Because I like pretty people, to look at pretty people.
So why not look at pretty people at your house?
I invite them to my house.
Okay, but at craft festivals?
Yeah, take them to craft festivals.
Did men ever approach you?
Me? No, I'm old. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but you look young.
Not like they do. Like
okay,
they are.
They were much.
They are very young, very hot, very tight. You know what I mean?
Okay, all right. I mean, were you looking for like an ego blow or an ego check? Like, why would you do that to yourself?
I don't care. I'm happily married, so I don't care. I don't need that. But you know, okay, fine. I'm just gonna say I'm very conscious about health.
Okay.
So I do not like to associate with people that are more likely to order the disgusting foods that could make my health bad by, you know, being around them.
Okay.
Like if we go out somewhere, if they're ordering like, I don't know, whatever sugary junks, I don't want to be around those people. So people who care about their appearance generally eat better. So I don't have to worry about them saying, let's go get ice cream or donuts or triple glaze, whatever.
Sounds good to me. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. How would I react if yeah, I would not be in a relationship with Devin anymore. I wouldn't. If Devin were to come to me and she were to say, Donovan, I want to make friends with women in their 20s because I want to get out of the house. Now, we'll have brunch every once in a while. We'll have girls' nights in and we'll drink wine and watch rom-coms. But every once in a while, we'll go to a craft festival or we'll go here or we'll go there. I would say, okay, we'll have fun. Have fun being single.
Oh my gosh.
Like I'm being dead ass serious. I'm being deadly serious. Because and I'm not accusing you of anything here. Because I don't know you, but women don't like if women like, I don't know, man. Okay, you want to be around pretty people, that's fine. But no, I don't know. Something instinctively tells me that is actually putting your relationship at risk.
Oh, not around my husband.
What do you mean not around your husband?
I invite them to my house. He goes out with his friends.
Okay. No. I'm talking about when you leave the house with your friends, you are putting your relationship at risk.
Going to a craft festival?
How do I know you're at a craft festival?
Well, he can track my phone.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. He can track your phone. Okay. Well, how does he know you're not meeting someone at the craft festival?
At the end of the day, if you live like that, how are you going to live?
If you live like what?
With that kind of anxiety.
That's not anxiety. That is the preservation of the relationship. If you want
I track my husband. I'm not above that.
Listen, I'm sure you shouldn't be, but if Devin really wanted to go to a craft festival with attractive people, then she can bring me.
Oh, what if you didn't want to go and you just said, go find some girls to go out with? Because I don't want to do that. That sounds boring.
Yeah, she does not have the need to get outside of the house to hang out with pretty people. She just doesn't. That's just not something she's interested in. Because if she was, because think about what that sounds like. Think about what, and I'm not trying to get in your kitchen here, but you just told me I like to be around pretty people. You didn't specify women, right? Obviously
women. I don't have males.
Okay, but with pretty women come pretty men, right? And how do I know that men never came on to you? Because get this, most men don't approach super attractive women. So if they don't.
If I'm the ugliest in the group, they're going to approach me. Is what you're saying.
If you're the least attractive, they are more likely to target you, because you told me yourself, the girls were like, get away from me. How dare you approach me? And guys know this. So they would say, okay, well, there's an older woman. She's still attractive. Well, then, all right, let me hit on her. Look, I'm not, and again, this is how I run my relationship.
Yeah.
And gentlemen, if you're a woman, and listen, I'm sure you and your husband, whatever his name is, I'm sure you guys have a lovely relationship. You guys are good to go. You guys have been married for 20 something years, longer than I've been married. I get that. But gentlemen, I'm telling you right now, if any other woman tells you, unless you're Kat, if any other woman tells you, I'm getting kind of bored around here, I want to hang out with attractive girls and go to craft festivals. Gentlemen, start the time clock, start the countdown for when in 3 months she says, Donovan, we need to talk. We need to talk. And what's going to happen is she's going to say, okay, well, I'm just going to keep it real. I met somebody. Oh my God. I haven't slept with him. Okay. Where did you meet? Well, me and Stacy and Stephanie and Amy, we were at this craft festival and there was this guy, Gentlemen, do not commit to women who willingly put your relationship at risk. I'm sure Kat had the purest of intentions. You guys are still married, so obviously that worked out. She is the exception to the rule. Most women don't want to hang out with attractive people at craft festivals for just no reason. No. They want to get out of the house because they're looking to replace you.
Yeah, I would say most. Yeah.
Well, there we go.
Most, yes. Yep, there are exceptions, though.
And you happen to be, I presume, one of those exceptions. But this is the deal, Kat. Men, I teach men to base their decisions on probabilities, not possibilities. Okay.
Of course.
Is it possible that she's not out there looking for dick? Absolutely. Is it but how probable is that? Not very much.
Understood. But I was selling soap, if that helps my case.
You know what? Hot guys have to keep themselves clean too. They're pretty people, right? Hey, okay. Miss Kat. Hey, Kat. This is some good smelling soap here. Tell me about your soap. What kind of soap you selling? Like I gotta I get this dirt on like here. Let me lift up my shirt and show you my washboard abs. Yeah, I get dirt in this area. What kind of soap would you recommend? What kind of soap would you recommend for that? Huh? Well, that's how these things start.
I mean, I could see that, yes. But I will say, my husband has seen me get hit on and he finds it hilarious.
Yeah, that's what you should do. That's listen. And I tell guys all the time, when you're with an attractive woman, people are gonna hit on your girl, dude. When we go places, dudes look at Devin all the time. They look at her all the time, but they don't hit on her.
But if I'm walking by myself and then somebody hits on me, he doesn't like go, hey, hey.
Well, why would you? Well, hold on. How would you? So you're walking by yourself. Where's the husband? How does your husband see this?
Like I'm looking at something. He's in another store in the mall, and I'm in the girl store.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Now that I've seen. Oh yeah. Now that okay. Now I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I've seen that happen before. And I'll just sit by and I'll just watch. I'll just watch. And sometimes I'll actually be in view of Dev. I'll just watch. Be like, all right, you gonna give me your number? What's up? Yeah, it's all fun and games.
Yeah, he'll go like, "Oh, she's hot, right? Did you get her number? She's hot."
That's funny.
Yeah, he just doesn't care like that. Also, I always tell him like, "How come you don't get jealous?" Because you said not jealous. That's a red flag, right? So I'm like, "You're a red flag. You're never jealous."
No, the reason he's not jealous, and the reason I wouldn't be jealous, is because I trust my wife to do the right thing and stonewall the guy. The reason he's not jealous is because you haven't given him a reason to be jealous. If he walks up on you and sees you in a conversation with another man, yeah, that would not be good. But if he happens to walk up on you and sees a guy hitting on you and you're like, hey, look, sorry, no thanks, I'm married, blah 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 blah. Well, of course he's not going to be jealous because you stonewalled him. Men don't get jealous for just no reason. It's not that you're talking to the guy, it's that you entertained it. Stonewall the motherfucker in 5 seconds or less, and we got no problems. But if you're laughing and joking with him, we got a problem.
Yeah, like if somebody goes, "Oh, you look hot. Can I get your number?" I shake their hand. I'm like, "Thank you. I'm old. It's so nice to hear somebody thinks I'm attractive, but I'm married."
Yeah, that's too much. Yeah, that's way
too much. It doesn't happen anymore.
The answer is no. Look, if somebody were to walk up to Devin, you know what? If somebody were to walk up to Devin and say that, and she saw me, she would immediately just walk towards me. She wouldn't shake his hand. She wouldn't make contact. No, she wouldn't do none of that shit.
When you're like elderly and somebody like pretends to like find you attractive, even it's like very flattering when you're elderly.
You're not. Well, let's keep it real here. Number one, you're not elderly. Okay. Number two, you're very attractive for your age. Like men probably still
for your age.
Men probably still come on to you. And so the way you handle it doesn't give him any reason to believe that.
For sure.
Yeah, exactly. That's why he doesn't get jealous. But girls who can, my boyfriend gets jealous all the time because guys hit on me. Well,
yeah, okay. Well, there's a difference. It's like, oh my God, really? Thanks. Oh, right. There's a different thing other than, oh my gosh, I am old, but thank you.
Do not, no. Sorry, I would not thank, dude. Listen, if Devin ever told a dude, thank you for complimenting me and him, I mean, you know what? Go ahead and thank him now because you just got yourself a new girlfriend, sir. Oh, Neo the alpha male. He says 30 and 40s is elderly. This guy, Jesus fucking Christ. This fucking guy.
I'm telling you, it is.
Nah, Neo is what I like to call meathead red pill guy. Let me have you ever heard the concept of meathead red pill guy?
No.
Yeah, meathead red pill guy, Kat, are guys like Neo. I'm big and I'm tough and I'm strong. If I'm fucking a girl, she fucks up one time, she's fucking gone. She's gone. I'm an alpha male, bro. I don't want to kill people. That's meathead red pill guy. Just taking red pill stuff to the extreme, right? He said 30s and 40s is elderly. He says, no, I'm asking. Well, in the future, Neo, if it's a question, then put a question mark behind the statement. Because if you say no, if you say 30s and 40s is elderly, that is a statement until you add a question mark. Like, what the hell? Like, dude, what? Like, I hate to be the grammar Nazi, but goddamn. Sorry about that.
Awesome. Anyways, so I do not need confirmation of my looks. My husband thinks it looks fine. That's all that matters, right?
Well, I don't know. You answer that. I mean, you're the one.
I am.
You're you're the one thanking strangers at the CVS for hitting on an elderly woman. I don't know. I'm just putting it out there.
I'm just trying to be nice because I feel bad after you've seen what I've seen on how they get treated, Donovan.
No. Okay, whose feelings are you? So you're more worried about the feelings of a stranger than your husband. Is that it?
My husband doesn't care. He's never said anything.
Okay.
If he said one thing,
listen,
it would never happen.
You're right. But here's the difference. The reason your husband doesn't care. So you mean to tell me that your husband has witnessed you thanking a stranger for hitting on you, and he laughed.
He laughed.
Yeah, that's okay. Listen, I'm not trying to talk shit about your husband. That is not something I would do. I would not. No. Oh, no. Absolutely not. Let me tell you a story. I'll tell you a story.
Okay.
So Devin and I, we're on vacation. We're in Hawaii. I've told this story many, many times before, right? So we're at breakfast. Beautiful view. We're in Hawaii. It's great. All of a sudden, Devin starts getting all demonstrative. She starts talking with her hands in an elevated tone. Immediately, I knew exactly what it was. She was sitting in front of me. So what did I do? I turned around, and the guy sitting behind me looked like fucking Thor. The guy looked like Thor. Literally looked. It might have even been him. Would you like to know what I did, Kat? I turned my chair to the side so that they could both see each other. I said, sweetheart, if you want to fuck this guy, you can just go over and talk to him. Like, we can switch rooms if you want to. Right? Devin and this dude turned beet red. She never fucking did it again. Okay? That's the difference. And again, I don't want to talk shit on your husband, but gentlemen, listen, Kat is the exception to the rule. Her husband's the exception to the rule. Do not be okay with your wife or girlfriend thanking a stranger for complimenting them and hitting on them. That is out of fucking bounds. I don't care who you are.
Okay. But I do it in a funny way.
Don't give a shit.
Like for comedy.
Don't give a shit. I don't care. Nope. I don't care if it's comedy, tragedy, whatever. No. Listen, you don't owe that guy anything. You owe him nothing. You don't have to protect that guy's feelings. Tell the motherfucker, sorry, sir, I'm married. And that's that. You understand what I'm saying? But if you're doing this in a funny way, then dude, I don't know, that might come off as almost kind of flirty. Well, thank you for complimenting me. Because if I'm a dude and I hit on you, right? I come up, hi, I'm Alex. And you say, oh, thank you so very much, Alex. But, for hitting on an elderly person like me, blah, 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 blah. You know what I would do? I would ask, is your husband around? That's what I would do. Because I would think that you are attractive. I would think that you are attracted to me.
Well, luckily, it doesn't happen much. So
doesn't have to worry about much that. Or doesn't happen at all.
I mean, the last time I was hit on, I was with my kids, which is really creepy.
Okay.
And I was like, I wasn't nice then, because you come up to a woman with kids is really.
So you're good with dude. So you'll make light of a dude hitting on you in front of your husband, but you draw the line when they hit on you in front of your kids.
Yeah, you're right. It's kind of messed up, I guess. So I should be like, hey,
no,
don't you talk to me.
No. You don't have to be rude. Just be dismissive. Just be dismissive. Hey, hi. I just come up to you, Millie. Hi, I'm Donovan. Don't even shake my hand. Just be like, I'm sorry, sir. I'm married. And then you turn and you walk away. That's the way to handle it. You don't shake the guy's hand. You don't thank him for no. Because all of those signs, as far as I'm concerned, that is an invitation. See, to me, that would be a shit test. Oh, okay. She's telling me she's married, but she thanked me for complimenting her. So she must be aroused a little bit. How long have you been married? Are you happy? If you don't want to invite that kind of attention, then don't give that kind of attention.
But you know what? It doesn't happen. I don't have to worry about that anymore.
I'm sure you probably don't. But being attractive, it's going to happen again. So in the future, listen, you don't have to do what I tell you to do. I'm just telling you. I would not be okay with my wife, yucking it up with some guy and shaking his hand and thank you for hitting on me. No. I would not be okay with that. No way. Not a chance.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm not that friendly. Let's be real.
I mean, I don't know. Like, you told me you're shaking hands and patting him on the back, and
I was
sharing
saying that in a
Instagrams.
jokingly way. Like, I didn't actually shake his hand. Just like a joking way.
You sure? Did you shake the guy's hand or not?
Probably not. Probably just said, "Oh, thank you."
Not. Or wait, hold on. See, we don't deal with gray areas here.
I don't remember.
If I ask a girl, okay, so you've been single for 3 years, so you mean to tell me that you haven't slept with anyone? Not really. That means she slept with someone. So again, I ask, did you shake the guy's hand? It's either yes or no. There's no probably not.
Let's just say I did, because I don't remember.
That means, you absolutely remember, because remember, you're elderly, so you don't get hit on that much. So the times you do get hit on, trust me, you remember. Don't shake these dudes' hands. If you want to preserve your marriage,
I won't shake no hands.
Don't shake. And if you do shake hands, your husband better not find out. Just saying.
Just slap them.
No, because that's a crime. Like, you don't want to commit crimes, right? Like, you don't have to call up your husband and be like, hey babe, I'm in jail. He'd be like, the fuck you in jail for? A guy hit on me and I slapped him. No. We don't want to go to jail. We don't need to get lawyers involved. A simple and polite, no, I'm married. Move on. You don't have to thank him. You don't have to shake his hand. You don't have to make light of the situation. You don't owe him anything. You know who you owe? You owe your husband, who's standing right there watching the whole thing.
Okay. So start screaming.
No, just a simple no, sir, I'm married, and walk off. That's it.
Yeah. When I was younger and I got approached, I was very scared. So I would start screaming like a psycho.
Holy shit. Damn. My guess is that they probably didn't pursue you further.
No, of course not. But like
look, I know you're screaming and running away, but please slow down. I still want to talk to you.
Yeah. So a lot of it's like, I do feel bad about that.
Well, I don't know. Like, listen. We know that women are fucking bitches to guys just because they can.
And psycho.
Right, but you were genuinely scared, right? So you shouldn't feel bad about that. It is what it is. You were scared. It is what it is.
Yep, it happens. Anyways, is there anything you want to ask me to see if like I'm secretly a feminist or something like that?
Does your husband have access to your phone?
Yeah.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Are you on social media?
Yeah, but only for like the stupid podcast.
Does he have access to your social media?
Yeah.
How do I know? Prove it.
I have a password book and has all my passwords in it.
Okay. All right. So far, so good. When's the last time you went out without him?
Other than the grocery store.
There you go. I was going to say yes. Good answer. Okay.
I don't remember.
Okay. Good answer. Good answer. So far, so good. Well, we know how you feel about sex. You're going to give your husband sex even when you're not in the mood, because that's what you advise.
I've never not been in the mood, by the way. I don't know what that's like. I like my husband.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, listen, man. I mean, I'm confident, but I'm not delusional enough to think that every single time, I want to have sex with Devin, she's also in the mood. I mean, she likes me. I'm sure she loves me very much, but I'm not under the delusion that she's just horny all the time. That's just me keeping it real. But that's good. That's good that you're turned on, and it helps.
Look, I might have a hormone problem, or I just might really like him.
That's not a problem. No, that's not a hormone problem. You've actually got a. So what's your body count?
I don't want to say that online, but like it's less of anything.
3 is
3.
3. There you go. Very good. Okay, so far so good. Okay, very good. Let me think. Who's the decision maker in your household?
I like to put together PowerPoint presentations for things that I want and be like, well, I would like to do this and this and this, and this is why, and this is how much it costs, and this is, whatever. And then he decides. Okay.
All right. Yeah, I think you're good. I think you've passed the test. The one thing that gets women is access to the phone. Like that, like honestly, if you can find out if a woman is really a wife if you ask them, does your husband have access to your phone? If the answer is no, not a wife.
Yeah, I would say if any of my girlfriends even said like privacy, you don't what? Privacy.
Yeah.
There's no privacy in marriage. That's out the window. Don't get married then if you want privacy.
Yep, there you go. No, I totally agree. Do you have access to your husband's phone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he told me to check his phone.
All right. Look, man. I mean, Devin does not have access to my phone. Oh, listen, you can do this all you want to. Devin in the chat, she will attest to that. She doesn't know any of my passwords. She does. And you want to know why, Kat? You want to know why?
Keep her on her toes, to keep her a little bit anxiety.
No. It's got nothing to do with that. There are more Devins than there are Donovans. She knows the score, right? She knows the score. She understands that if she wants, yeah, there it is. She said that right in the chat. I don't have access to his phone. At the end of the day, Kat, this is why women are struggling in relationships, is because they fail to realize that they are the majority. Okay. The number of viable men, okay, or women outnumber women. There you go. Women outnumber the number of viable men by like 268 to 1. Mm-hmm. For every one man that a woman would actually consider dating and marrying, there are 267 other women competing for him. The women that understand this don't give a shit about access to his phone, right? And so again, I go back when the guy says, well, I told my girlfriend she needs to get off social media. And she says, well, so do I. Yeah. That woman, either what's happening is one of two things, probably both. You are undervaluing yourself and she is overvaluing herself. Mm-hmm. She thinks that she can have another you. And maybe she can. Maybe that's why she was so confident in that. Devin knows she ain't never going to find another me. That's why she does not really care about, or I'm sure she cares about what's on my phone, right? She's not going to ask me for access. No, sir.
Okay.
When's the last time you checked your husband's phone?
I don't know.
See, I never check Devin's phone. Like, dude, like I have access to it, but I don't need to check it. Like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, my husband doesn't care. I have to yell at him, like, the phone rang, pick it up. Somebody text me, go answer for me.
Does he have a second phone?
Not that I know of.
Good answer. There.
Oh my gosh.
There we go. No. Listen, but and I know it's natural instinct to think, oh my God, this is making me look bad. No, Kat, this is the reality. You want to know why? You want to know why young hot girls treat guys like crap? Because they know that they're rare. They know that they're in demand. That's why they treat guys like garbage. But guys don't do the same thing with girls in relationships. And I'm not endorsing guys treat girls like garbage in relationships. That's not what you should do. Because if you treat a girl like shit and she rewards you for that, she belongs to the streets, right? But what men, the women that understand that the ratios are not in their advantage, they're not at a ratio advantage, those are the women who date the most successfully because they make the proper concessions for the men they want. That's it. It looks like I've killed a little bit of your spirit, and I apologize.
Just a little bit.
I apologize. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to. The red pill. Listen, this is raw red pill shit over here. I pull no punches, but seriously, like just putting just to sort of just if it's me and you, I'm quite impressed with you. And it's really like it is very, very cool. It's really cool to meet an attractive woman who's married to a man she loves for 20 something years. There are just not many women who have what you have. And just understanding your mindset and knowing what it takes to keep a relationship. I mean, to me, that's admirable. You have what most women don't. That's why you catch a lot of hate. That's just how it is. The reason why hoes come after you is because they want your life. So, listen, from just keeping it all the way real, like this is why you get hate because you won. Like you win at life. You won. Like, dude, you're married, you're a stay-at-home mom. You've raised your kids. Your husband still loves you. You still love your husband. You're still attractive. You win at life. That's why women hate you. So seriously, congratulations to you for carving out the kind of life that most of us would really only dream of. Congratulations. And I mean that.
Thank you. But I have a lot of friends in the same position. They're just not on the internet. And I feel like they need to be on the internet. We need a different Come
That's
on,
bad advice.
the girls are so confused
That's
nowadays.
bad advice. That listen,
All they're hearing is like, all men suck. Don't trust them. Don't get married. Blah,
do
blah,
men
blah, blah,
slide into
blah.
your DMs, Kat?
No, no. You can check them.
No,
No,
well, no, that's for your husband to check. I don't need to,
no.
I don't need to
But
verify.
I mean, I think I just put off like happy vibes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that
Where
doesn't make
nobody
you
feels
any
like
less.
there's an in.
Nobody feels like there's an in.
Yeah, nobody feels like they have a chance. Like they can't
You're
make
on.
me happier than my
You're on.
husband. So why
You're on.
bother?
Okay, listen, you're right, but you're on social media. You're on the internet. I would not
Husband
encourage
pictures, you know.
that. That's good, but and even though you and your girlfriends are good friends, your friends might have the same life as you, and they might have the same level of happiness. Your girlfriends ain't you. Maybe you can handle. Maybe you are adept at handling the thirsty men, but just because you can handle that doesn't mean your friends can. I'm just saying. I would not advise your married happy friends to be on the internet. You guys don't owe anybody anything. Let these hoes suffer, man. Seriously, Kat, I'm being serious.
Come on, but they don't have anyone.
Yes, they do.
Someone needs to talk to them.
Yeah, and they are. Here's the problem. They don't fucking listen. The kind of men they want are telling them exactly what they are telling them. We are telling them exactly what we want. And they're telling us, fuck you. Let them suffer. They're going to find out the hard way anyway. And let me ask you a question. Mm-hmm. How many are women really listening to you? Of course not. Most of your comments are probably haters, right?
Actually, no. I did have everyone in my high school heard one episode like I did with Allie. It was the first time I talked about anything like this. And I never, ever had that many people call me, email me, message me saying, I never thought about this. I didn't even realize this. I was just doing what I felt, society made me want to do.
Right. Yeah, no, I commend you for genuinely wanting to help women. But I got news for you. Hoes don't want to be helped, Kat. They don't want, no, seriously, they don't want to be helped. You want to know why? Remember that conversation you and I had on the phone? Remember that conversation we had on the phone? Dude, can you imagine what the average rank and file modern woman would say about that?
Leave him. Let's go. Let's go to a club. Yeah, I know.
There you go. So, oh man, I don't know. Listen,
cheat on him twice as much.
You know what I'm saying? Like, look, I mean, like, I commend you for fighting the good fight. Just, don't. I would not suggest your friends be on the internet. It's just, it's a cesspool in here, man. They would not be able to handle it. So,
I know. I've tried few of them. They just got into a Discord server one time. Were terrified, went screaming.
Oh boy. Yeah. You don't want to do that. You don't do not subject your friends to that kind of nonsense. Just because you can handle it does not mean that they can.
And what do you think about like men and women being friends only online for work?
What do I think of that? I think it's fine.
Okay, cool.
Now, if you're asking me if Devin were friends with someone online for work, like what kind of work are we talking about here?
Like if she had a YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah, she'd be single. Yeah. Okay. You want to know why? Because I don't commit to women who are on social media. YouTube is social media. Ergo, it's as simple as that. Listen, this is why my relationship is the way it is. I make my standards clear. 10 degrees to cheating. And here's the thing, is being on Instagram cheating? No, but it damn sure leads to cheating. Is going to bars or clubs cheating? No, but it damn sure leads to cheating. Is traveling for work cheating? No, but it damn sure leads to cheating. Any activity that could potentially put my relationship at risk, I don't commit to women who engage in those activities. That's the way I live. That's the way I run things.
I mean, I do agree with that. I would say 99.999% probably can't handle it.
No, they probably can't. Because at the end of the day, because you, and again, this doesn't make you a bad person, but women like to know that men find them attractive. Like it's in your nature. Even you, to the stranger, you wanted to see the guy and pat him on the back for hitting on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you understand what I'm saying? And this is you. This is Kat. Can you imagine if one of your friends were to get on the internet and some good-looking guy were to shout? I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
No, I know. Whenever women get depressed,
oh yes,
if they get hit on,
makes their day.
It's a slippery slope.
It is it's not a slippery slope. It's a risky slope.
I would say for them, it's a lot more likely for something to happen. That's why a lot of guys will wait till the women are crying or like complaining on social media, and they go into the DMs.
Yeah, those are guys without game. Because you want to know something? As a man with game, I'm not going to hit on the girl who's crying or bitching about her boyfriend. You want to know why? Because she still loves her boyfriend. See, I've been that guy before. I've been the dude in the friend zone who will listen to her drone on and on and on about her asshole douchebag boyfriend who cheats on her all the time. I would never do that to you. Guess what? They always go back and fuck. They always go back and fuck the girlfriend. Mm-hmm. So there you go.
Yeah, but maybe they get like a one-time thing.
Maybe they do. Maybe they do. Phoenix Light Games with the $5 super chat says, Donovan, is it time for my quote? Women who are respected by men of value are hated by the majority of low value women. That is who you are, Kat. You are living the American. This is why women hate you, because, and you're in this space. Like, you've got my respect. You've got everybody else's respect. That's another reason why women hate you, is because women who are respected by men of value are hated by the vast majority of low value women. That is probably the reason for most of your hate.
Yeah. And that's why I'm very happy that Allie exists.
Yes.
Yeah. Because without her, I mean, can you imagine? Like, I would think I'm crazy. I would think there's something wrong with me.
I don't know. You're a little crazy, but all women are a little crazy.
Oh, 100% we're crazy, especially 1 week out of the month, I would say. Insane.
This
legally.
Now, absolutely. This, boys, is why you should have a cycle calendar on your woman or women. That way you know where she is in her phase. So if you see she's about to enter into the PMS zone, you separate yourself a little bit so you don't subject yourself to the neuroticism. Then when she starts ovulating, that's when you run a little bit of cheeky asshole jerk boy game, get her into bed, and then rock the Casbah.
Agreed. I will also say that women have problems blaming their men when they're hormonal.
Yes.
It's like whoever is in the vicinity that they feel like will put up with their bullshit, they will just throw the hormones on them.
Yeah, I do not deal with that. Every once in a while, Devin will, this poor woman, Devin will snap at me and I'll know she's in PMS, right? And I'll tell her, I'll be like, I know you're PMSing right now, but you need to chill out. And I'm deadly fucking serious when I say it. And she'll be like, yeah, I know. I'm sorry. She's like, it's probably PMS. Hey, it's all good. Just dial it back a little bit. Appreciate that. See, I'm not a complete asshole. I'm not a complete tyrant. I can be understanding and nice, There you go.
Yeah. My husband will pick me up and throw me in the bed and close the door.
Yep. There you go.
It works. Whatever works.
Yep. Yeah. If she's moody, smack her booty. That's it.
And does your wife apologize?
Oh yeah, she does all the time. Yeah.
And how does that look like? Like, what does a good, healthy apology from a woman look like?
It really depends. Like, I don't know, if she, like the other day, she fucked up the toilet. The bobber or something, she broke it, and it was already broken. And she's like, hey, sorry about that. She actually fixed the toilet. She's like, hey, sorry about that. But what would she be apologizing for?
I don't know. She didn't have dinner ready or something like that. Something silly, like whatever. But like, because I always hear women never take accountability, but I think I take accountability for stuff. I just don't do it like, I'm sorry I did this. Yeah, I go, about yesterday, hormones. That's an apology.
About yesterday. So let's go back. What happened yesterday?
I'm just making up something. Like, let's say like I blew up from hormonal stuff going on.
Yeah. See, I don't see, oh boy. Yeah. Yeah. I am not the let's wait till we cool down to talk it out guy.
Yeah.
If I see something fucked up, I address it right then and right there. I don't let any time go by like, whoa, hold on. You want to walk that back? Like, you want to walk that back? Okay, very good. Yeah. I don't let anything wait. But let's just say, for the sake of here we go. Let's just say I had to air Devin out for catching an attitude because she was on PMS. I give her that little blah, 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 blah. Later on in the day, she'll come into the studio. She'll sit on my lap. She'll be like, hey, I'm sorry about being a bitch earlier. It was just me PMSing. And I'll just be like, hey, it's all good. I understand. Just don't let it happen again or I'll kick you out. And then we kind of have a laugh about it, right? That's an apology. That's one thing. One of the many things that I love about Devin is that she is always accountable. But the reason why she's accountable is because I held her accountable every single fucking time while we were dating. I let her get away with not one thing. If there was anything I had a problem with, I addressed it right then and right there. And she knew that if she had a problem with it, she could kick fucking rocks. That's why she's accountable now.
Yeah. One thing that I see with couples that do very well is whenever something goes wrong, let's say somebody's acting like rude or a little curt when they're talking or whatever, the other person doesn't attribute it to they're an asshole.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
it's always like maybe they're hungry, maybe they're sleepy, maybe they're hormonal, maybe there's something. And I think that is like the one thing that people need to learn to do.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. There's a question in the chat by Pacatus 1979. Could you read that for me?
How does she feel about being on social media?
She loves it. She loves me being on social media because this is one of the many ways I make a living.
Yeah,
like I make money on social media. But yeah, so I think the question was designed. I think that question is designed to say, does she, you have a problem with her being on social media? Would she date you if you were on social media? The answer to that question, Tactius 1979, is I made Devin invest so much into this relationship when we first started dating. She couldn't afford to worry about whether or not I was on social media, because at that point it's a non-factor. It's a non-factor. I mean, let's just say that I never had a YouTube career. Let's just say that, the other things, the other businesses I have. Let's just say I'm not Donovan Sharpe online. Even if I were on Instagram, she would never. If she has a problem with it, I would never know. Listen, for all I know, maybe Devin does have a problem with me being on social media. I'll never know. I'll never know. And do you want to know why I'll never know?
Because you won't ask her?
Well, no. It's because she knows the score. At the end of the day, women who fall in know the score. Devin knows that there are far more Devins than there are Donovans. And so she makes a choice. She's like, you know what? I'm not going to worry about inconsequential bullshit. He spends the night with me every night. I've got a roof over my head. I drive a nice car. I don't have to check my bank account when I go shopping. If there's anything in the world I want, he never tells me no. So there you go. So at that point, no, she's not worried about it because she lives the life she really wants to live. That's it.
And what do you feel about guys who don't want to provide for their wives, want them to work, do 50-50, all men and women are equal?
Yeah, I feel sorry for those guys because men like this will never understand that when your wife or girlfriend, when your significant other has a job, she respects her boss more than she respects you. Because yes, the typical woman, if a guy had told you, whoa, wait a minute, you're not going to work like that, what would her response be? You can't tell me what to do. But if that same girl's boss were to tell her, whoa, you need to go home and change, what would she do? She would go home and fucking change, right? If she told you she was going to be home by 5, but she got home at 6, you told me you'd be home at 5 at 6 o'clock. What the fuck? I don't have to explain to you where I've been yet. If she's an hour late to work, the boss calls her into the office and says, what the fuck? What does she do? I'm sorry. It won't happen again. Women respect. And it's funny. I say all the time to guys, you got to train your woman. And people always, oh my God, she's not a dog. I can't believe it. She's not. It's like, I'm sorry. Companies train people all the time and nobody seems to have a problem with it. So you have a problem with me wanting to train my woman when the boss is literally training your woman to be subservient to him. You don't have a problem with that with a man that literally does not give a fuck about your woman. Matter of fact, he's actually paying her to be there, but you're going to care less about the guy who actually has a vested interest in you, the man who takes care of you, the man who protects you, the man who helps put a roof over your head. And this is why a lot of times is why women unexpectedly fall out of love with their husbands. It's the natural order of things. They're not going to let their husband, they don't listen to their husband because their husband doesn't pay them directly. They listen to the boss. And it's the old adage of the high-powered CEO fucking the secretary, fucking the hot secretary. It's the natural order of things. He's superior, she's inferior. He's the boss, she's the subordinate. Whatever he says, go. She never questions it because she works for him. At some point, there is going to be an attraction that happens as a natural byproduct of the environment. So we can all bash CEOs for fucking their hot secretaries and bash, hot secretaries for being homewreckers or whatever. This is what happens when your woman works for another man, is they unknowingly respect that other man more than they respect you. And men wonder why their women close their legs. This is why you're still hot for your husband, Kat, is because you don't work for another man. You don't work for another man. You don't have to answer to any other man except for him. And when you have to answer to a man, that's part of the attraction. He's in charge. I trust him with my life. A lot of these bosses are in that same position, and your wife will unexpectedly and unknowingly become more attracted to her boss than she does you because she listens to him more than she listens to you.
I mean, I've seen that, so I know. I've seen a lot of women leave their husbands for their bosses.
Yeah, of course. Happens all the time. Yep. There it is.
Yeah. I tried to scare my husband. I can't work. I'm cute. You don't want me to be out there.
There you go. Real. You don't want me to work. Do you want me? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Yeah, this is just how it is. This is just how it is.
And most of my problems when I was working came from women.
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah, women hate each other. It's all good.
Yeah, I'm really tired of the be a girl's girl, women supporting women.
Oh no. Women. No, man. Women are always, women are always in competition with each other, man. Like they really are. And listen, it's not good. It's not bad. It just is. It just is.
It is what it is. But I feel like I'd rather talk to a guy and get his opinion about something.
Your husband?
If whatever, a guy than a girl and get her opinion, because it's going to be twist. Yes. I'm just saying, if I was single, I was 20 or something. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Gotcha. All right. I'd rather clarify.
Of course, I'd rather ask a guy's opinion, even if he has that tinge of he wants to sleep with me, and the opinion could be kind of maybe shaped from that. At least it's one thing that I know. Versus the woman who I don't know what her angle is to destroy.
Yeah. You're right. But for attractive women, even asking guys for their opinion, that can sometimes come with a little bit of baggage, right? If you're going to ask a guy for his honest opinion, you should really ask gay guys because they don't want to fuck you. And they're going to be honest with you. Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. Yes. One of my old bosses was a gay guy. So that was a very easy relationship. Everything was great when he...
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
And then the second they changed it to a woman, my life went to shit real fast.
Oh, that sucks. All right. Well, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah. How that goes.
Anyways, anything else you want to ask me before we go?
I think I've gotten all the information I need. I think I can put you in the quality woman category. I think
a little crazy. Just a little crazy.
But all women are crazy. Dude, Devin's crazy. It's all. Dude, Devin's with me. She's got to be fucking crazy to be with my crazy ass. So
yeah.
But this was a lot of fun, man. I didn't know that I had no idea that you had been watching me for as long as you had. But I appreciate the support and I appreciate you letting me come on and be myself. I love doing these. Like I was telling you before we came on the air, I love doing these kinds of podcasts because I don't have to steer the ship. I don't have to carry the show. I can just be myself and be along for the ride. So I appreciate you giving me that opportunity.
Yes, and I did the same, even though I should have prepared more.
Yeah, listen, man. Once I get going, the conversation will flow, right? We've done this for 2.5 hours. I expected to be on here for about half an hour, to be honest with you. But I think, I think things flipped. If you would stay with me here, I think things flipped when you told me the 1963 story about the girl whose fiance butt fucked her friend and stuck with him anyway. I think that's when the show
took a on the nosedive for me.
No. And get this listen, I'm still monetized. I can't believe I'm still fucking monetized, man.
I already got strikes. I'm not even monetized.
Are you kidding?
I get strikes all the time. I'm on thin ice.
What?
Yeah, dude, I don't know if it's gonna work for me. I can't shut up.
The interesting thing is I'll bitch and moan about my lack of subscribers, but I don't know. Something tells me that if I ever get to 250,000 subscribers, I think that's gonna open me up to demonetization. I don't know. We'll see. It is what it is.
Maybe it's because I'm a girl. They don't like us.
No, that's not it. It's because
girls pressing the button.
No, it's because it's because you're a girl who's attractive, who's married, and is happy. That's why you have strikes. Like, let's keep it. Listen, we got girls. This is crazy. We have girls who have YouTube channels that talk about explicit sex. Like, there are girls who have monetized channels that talk about eating a cream pie out of another woman's mouth. Fully monetized, right? But as soon as you say, hey, look, it's not happy wife, happy life, it's happy king, happy kingdom. That's why. The algorithms favors hoes. That's why you have 2 strikes. It is what it is.
It is what it is. What are we gonna do?
Well, this was fun. Anytime you want to do this again, just let me know. Because I like
I'm always available to talk shit.
All right, good stuff. You swore. I can't believe you swore.
Yeah, that's not why I get strikes, but yes.
Oh, clearly not. Of course not. Absolutely not. Oh, by the way, Glenn Lawrence says hi. Says great collaboration with Kat. She is good people. Okay. Allie says exciting. Shout out to you. Okay, well, very good. Very good. This was fun.
Alrighty, well, thank you for coming on, and everybody knows who you are. And later, I'll put the links and everything in the description. Everybody,
subscribe to the channel, guys. Subscribe to Kat. She's one of the real ones. I put her through the test. She almost passed until she endorsed me bringing another woman into my relationship when I was a woman. So listen, I'm not gonna knock her too much for that. But seriously. Oh wow. Project VO Pod says the best conversation Kat has had. Loved it. Oh, okay.
Wow.
How about that? It's probably because I quizzed you a little bit.
No, everybody does that. Everybody likes to be like, are you a 304?
Well, I mean, one never knows, but I'm not picking up any 304, vibes from you. So you appear to be the genuine article, but that's my cat.
Still crazy.
Stop thanking men who hit on you. Stop thanking men who hit on you.
Okay, so I'm just going to start screaming at them now.
No, don't scream at them. Walk away. No, thank you, sir. I'm married, and walk to your husband. Run into your husband's arms. Be like, damn. Because a nigga like me be like, oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. Respect. Congratulations on the marriage. I'll go hit on somebody else. Have a nice day.
Dude, I low-key think it's insulting if somebody hits on me at this point, because it's like, you just think I'm like old and ugly and desperate.
No, men don't hit on old, ugly, desperate women.
Yes,
they hit on women. They hit on women they want to fuck. Cat.
No, they hit on what they think they can get.
Okay. So are you telling me that the quality of men hitting on you is low quality?
I'm old. It's not like I'm old. What do you think the quality is when you get old?
But you don't you don't look old. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just let's just say that you were to hook up with a guy, right? And he never knew your age, and then he found out you were 48. Do you think he's gonna want to fuck you less? No, it doesn't matter. As long as you look good, we're good. You know what they say? Age ain't nothing but a number, even though it is. If you're attractive, we don't care what your age is.
Well, maybe it's because I walk maybe my hips going out or something. I don't know. Maybe I have an old vibe.
Oh my God! Do you have a walker? Is that
no?
Oh, okay.
Yep, I'm gonna get one.
Now, yeah. Now
that will work, right?
That will keep most guys. That'll keep most guys away. There are still some guys that are gonna be like, "Hey,
she can't run.
You need help with your right. You need help with your walker. Listen, man, my grandma's got some new tennis balls for the bottom of your walker. You want to go?" But those won't be the men you want. Yes, just you. Oh
yeah. No men that I want for decades.
There you go. Oh, or you can get a scooter. Wear a fat suit. Oh my God. Okay. No, I don't have anything. I don't have anything else. No more super chats.
Alrighty.
So I think we're good to go. Yeah. Thank you very much. This was a lot more fun than I thought it was. So I appreciate.
Apologies. Thank you. Sorry to the audience.
Yeah. Listen. I'm just gonna go ahead and pre-warn you. You're gonna get a lot. There're gonna be a lot of negative are going to be a lot of negative comments.
So. Just put old ho in like the comments.
No, they're going to be a lot of negative comments about me.
She's a 304 or why?
No. The negative comments are going to be about me. Like, so there is a dude on the internet and Devin's ex-husband.
Okay.
They follow me everywhere I go, and they've created multiple YouTube accounts, and they go wherever I am, they go and they post negative comments. So just be ready for that.
I mean, that's fine. Yeah, what are you going to do?
Hey man, you know what they say, if you don't have haters, you ain't popping, right?
Exactly. Let's go.
All right. Thank you, Kat.
Thank you.
And like I said, reach out to me anytime. I'm happy to do this kind of stuff.
Cool. Bye guys.
Take care.